to the ThunderPals Mario Kart 8 Deluxe live stream. For those of you who might have noticed, we tried to go live and it just didn't work. I deeply apologize for that. I can't tell you what went wrong. It just minute I hit on go live, my computer just decided to completely lock down. So I had to basically had to restart everything. I'm actually hold up. I'm actually in here already. That's kind of hard. Even though I restarted my computer, I'm thrown back in the minute Discord opened. That's what's up. All right then. So everyone, go ahead.
Hey.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Before that, because I do have to explain what's on screen right now. I'll let you have your moment. This is a artist rendition of George Floyd. I found it on a very quick Google search. And it's a beautiful picture, and I wanted to use it instead of an actual photo of him. So I should have remembered the name of the person before actually freaking hold up. Give me 2 seconds. I should be able to come on, B. Here we go. What is your name?
George Floyd.
No, I know it's George Floyd. The person who made the artwork is named Sharon Dharma. I don't think that I might be.
I think it's pronounced Shiren Dharma.
Siren Dharma. Okay. Yeah, this it's a beautiful picture. All right, so I'm gonna let Stefan say his piece. Go ahead.
All right. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and all right. So I just want to start off by saying I have a lot of respect for police officers. I feel they keep this community safe. I feel they protect everybody from crime and bad people. However, what happened to George Floyd and how cops have been acting recently is absolutely disgusting and disrespectful. There was no reason for those 4 cops to be treating George Floyd the way they did.
It's a whole fact.
The cop had his knee on George Floyd for 8 minutes. He could have just thrown him in the cop car, but he decided to kill him. There was four other cops. They could have done something about the whole situation instead of just watching. You don't give George Floyd CPR or anything. You don't help the person. The guy's saying he can't breathe.
These are all questions that are very tough to ask and get answers to. But all of them are complicit in the murder of George Floyd, and it's honestly very pathetic that this happened.
Right. I don't condone crimes, and I don't really condone what George Floyd did, but at the same time, he didn't deserve to die. And either way, that's not up for cops to decide whether somebody lives or dies. It's up for the court to decide.
Yeah, there's a thing called due process.
Right. Right.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Right. Because we don't even know what happened. George Floyd can be guilty or he can be innocent. We don't know because he never went to court. The cop's job is supposed to arrest the person, and the court decides everything. You always fight everything in court, and that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And also, I'm fine with people protesting peacefully, but I'm not okay with the riots and people destroying other people's innocent homes and stuff like that. I understand what happened to George Floyd is very serious, but you also can't destroy other people's innocent homes and buildings and stuff. People have to go back to work.
Yeah, I saw
Right.
a news story. There was this hair stylist who opened a salon, but had to like close it because of all like the COVID
Right.
stuff. And she finally was able got to get the clear to open up for business again, but
Yeah.
the looters and rioters decided to trash her establishment. Now
Yeah.
she opened up, but
Yeah.
obviously with a heavy heart because of all the damage done to the place.
Yeah.
A lot of people were standing up and like acting like a community and coming together and help clean up the
Right.
damage. But there shouldn't have been damage in the first place.
Right.
Um,
Keep in mind, it's anger and hatred that got us into this situation in the first place. Anger ruins society. Deviance ruins society. Hatred ruins society. We're supposed to be spreading love, not hate.
I could easily flip that into a Star Wars thing, but we're not gonna do that because
Right.
this is a serious
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
As
Like I feel like racism should never be tolerated, and everyone should treat each other equally.
Yes,
agreed.
every lives matter.
Yeah, that whole all lives matter as a counter to Black Lives Matter is a rabbit hole that I don't want to get into.
Right.
All I'm gonna say on the
Yeah.
matter is that it's obvious that all lives matter because they do. But
Yes.
the whole point of BLM is to shine a light on, because I know it's a new thing for a lot of people, but it's been happening for decades. It's just
Right.
social media and everyone having access to a camera on their smartphones allows you to see things that you wouldn't have seen 10 years ago.
Right.
So,
Also, like somebody saying like all lives matter to a black person is like a vegan saying to a dog lover that all animals matter when we care about dogs the most. If that makes sense.
it's a bit of a stretch, but I get what you're trying to say.
Right.
You're basically putting
Right.
someone down when they're like they're trying to express something. It's like, yeah, but I care about this particular thing right now. Yes,
Right.
the whole spectrum is important, but this particular
Right.
part of it is suffering more.
Right.
So
All lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
Right.
That's
Facts.
the way that I've seen it put,
Right.
and that's very
Yeah.
clear. Like
that
makes
might be a
lot of
bar.
sense.
That's a bar.
There,
Actually.
there's racism everywhere, but right now, Black lives are in danger, and Black lives matter right now the most.
I feel like I've been kind of like disrespecting the movement for a little bit because I do have a platform with I don't it's not the biggest platform, but 1,300 is nothing to scoff at.
Right.
And I haven't really said anything on the matter until today. Part of that is
Right.
because of fatigue. I tried to do something with the Maker stream on Tuesday with naming it "Killing in the Name" because that is a Rage Against the Machine song that talks about this very topic, and it's ironic that a group in a grunge, not really grunge, but like a metal group from the '90s is still making stuff relevant to today. And then I saw Machine Gun Kelly. He did was it a remake or a cover of the song, and I'm like, damn, why is this so relevant right now? I was actually on a Michael Jackson binge not too long ago either, and his song "Why You Want to Trip on Me," the same things he was talking about in the '80s is relevant in the 2010s.
Yeah.
If anything,
The
like,
2020s is like how a 40-year-old song is relevant now.
Right.
That's
just
crazy.
I'm just happy all those cops are in jail now. They deserve to be put in jail.
Yes, they all have been charged. They should be thrown under the jail.
Right.
But
Like you're a cop. You're supposed to protect society, not hurt society.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel cops should get like a higher, education like a lawyer or a doctor should, because being a cop or a lawyer or a doctor or a teacher is a very important job. You know, you're protecting and shaping society. So, you know, you need a lot of education and stuff.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
My whole thing is like, okay, you want to like cops are basically Batman out here. They got a utility belt full of gadgets and items to take down suspects. Why is the gun the first thing they go for?
Right, exactly.
We don't have tasers. We don't have pepper spray.
Like cops are the last people that are supposed to be, you know, violent. The only time cops should really be extremely violent is if there's like major violence going on around them, like a school shooting or something.
Like
that's understandable.
Like why
but
don't
any other time doesn't really seem necessary unless it's a really, really violent situation.
Like the whole point of the dude putting the knee on the dude's neck was to like put him in like a sleeper hold kind of thing. So
they
why
had
don't
him
we
in handcuffs.
So why don't we
four cops?
Why don't we just give cops tranquilizer guns then? They want to be so trigger happy. Use a non-lethal way to disarm somebody. Why do they have guns in the first place? Other countries like Britain, they don't have cops don't have guns.
Right. Like violence should be like the last resort type of thing, not the first resort for cops. That can't be their first option. Just shoot somebody. Like that has to be like their last resort.
They need
type
to
of thing.
like I feel like cops need to have like an evaluation, a psychiatric evaluation put on them before they can even walk a beat. Because
they need to get a higher education. 8 months of education is not enough for them.
I wouldn't even say that. I mean an evaluation, like where is their headspace at?
Right.
Yeah, because can they be predisposed to violence if put in this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, makes sense.
Yeah.
But
it's just
and about the riots again, like you can protest peacefully. I'm totally fine with people protesting peacefully, but rioting is taking it way too far when you start destroying.
Well, I got two things to say about that. But I guess we have three things because before I'm gonna preface what I'm saying with that I don't condone destruction of property in the slightest.
Right. Yeah.
However, there's two caveats to this. The first caveat is, like I said before, this has been going on for decades. So when you condition people to feel like their lives don't matter, how do you expect them to react when something like this happens yet again and there's no justice for what happened? The people who committed murder got off scot-free. People are going to be tight.
True. Yeah, it is true.
So I'm not trying to justify what they did because it's wrong, but I understand.
I mean, it's understandable. It's definitely understandable why they would act like that, but you know.
And then the second point I want to make is some of these protesters are getting a bad rep because I don't know how true this is, but there's a lot of reports that people that weren't even a part of the communities were showing up just to riot and make the protesters look bad. I don't know if this is true or not, but Conspiracy Berg is like losing his shit right now. when I heard that, I'm like, oh, come on, B, really? This is what we doing?
Can't you tell the difference between someone who's protesting peacefully and rioting?
Well, no. See, the problem is everyone is rioting. It's not. It wasn't just like a black thing now. Everyone is pissed because it's like, come on, B. We got Corona out here, and now we're dealing with a pandemic. Now we got to deal with riots, really?
Yeah.
So everyone is livid.
Yeah.
If
2020 is a crazy year.
2020 is canceled.
Yeah.
What it comes down to, because one of my jobs I work over in Philly, and it's a GameStop in Philly, and I'm not working there right now because the place was looted. You know, the whole thing was destroyed. And, you know, I feel like it's easy for me to kind of get angry about that. Like, now me and my coworkers are out of work and all that. But when I'm really thinking about it, it's like, I get it, you know, because it's true. This has been a long-standing issue for a very, very, very long time. And, like, I feel like people have tried peaceful protests and over and over and over again, and they still get ridiculed and they still get slammed for it.
Right.
So, I may not really agree with, the destruction of property and steal and shit, but at the same time, I understand why it's gotten to this point. I get
that makes sense. People have to make a change.
And that's what I hope. I hope that, the one thing to come out of all this is that this is finally the start of the change of that long-standing issue.
I hope.
I don't want all this to be for nothing. Together. I want all of this. I want this to be the start of something. I want this to actually start changing shit.
If this could be a learning moment for people, I would love that. But I get the feeling that it's not. And it breaks my heart to have to say some shit like that, but how many, there were even more cases. My memory is completely trash, so I don't know the names, but just doing some light research looking for pictures of this, there's even more cases of wrongful killing. I don't why does this stuff have to happen?
Yeah. Very unnecessary. So much hate and anger in this world, and it's really unnecessary. By the way, as for my reaction to China a couple weeks ago when I was debating with Ted, I don't hate China or anything like that. There's a lot of amazing people in China, but I just get very uptight when it comes to dogs and stuff because that's my animal. So I just hate seeing dogs get hurt anywhere, in America, China, anywhere, It's like a sacred animal to me.
You worship dogs?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. No one in their right mind, unless they're not in their right mind, they're sadistic, really wants to see any animal be tortured or hurt.
Right.
If you get off on animals being tortured or even killed, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I don't watch videos of cows getting slaughtered for 10 hours.
That's part of
because that's sick to watch.
That's low. That was low key part of the problem that I had with Ted when we were discussing the whole vegan thing. I get it. You want people to take the issue seriously because animals are being harmed, but the way that he was going about it was very off-putting, and I joke about the vegan's back, but he really made that joke come to life by the way he acted. I'm yo, come on again with this. And
if Ted comes on here today and you guys want to have a debate about veganism, that's fine. But I feel at this point, I'm beating a dead horse.
We definitely beat a dead horse, and honestly, I don't even want to mention it again.
Right.
This is probably the last time I'm going to.
Right.
But it's I get where he's coming from, but he's vilifying people who kind of want to agree with him.
Who just started up their Windows computer?
That was Iceberg.
No, it wasn't.
No, that was me. I'm sorry about that. That was a little loud.
If I started a computer, I wouldn't be on this call.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. By the way, Ted takes things to the extreme with veganism and stuff. He relates stuff to cannibalism and stuff, and that's where I think he goes a little bit too extreme. You know what I mean?
He's way too passionate about the topic. He needs to walk that back a little bit and understand what not everyone's gonna agree with you.
Right.
And I feel
and he's relating comparing criminal activity to people eating animals. There's a difference. Eating animals is not illegal. Killing somebody is illegal. Eating somebody is illegal. Pedophilia is illegal. Cannibalism is illegal.
Yeah, these were all bad examples. I get what he was going for. He was going for he wanted to raise the temperature of the water. He wanted to raise the awareness factors.
Yeah.
Like this is just as bad as these things.
Right.
But the way that he went about it was completely wrong and very off-putting.
Yeah,
I
almost disturbing a little bit.
I said in that stream, like, regardless how I feel about the topic, agreeing or disagreeing with you, I want you to come back to this. But we cannot let the joint de-evolve into that again.
Right, exactly. Like I respect vegans and everything they do for animals, but at the same time, I just can't become vegan. It's way too difficult for me. I try to be selective with what I eat and be very careful, but I just can't fully become vegan.
Look,
I'm
on a poultry diet. I can't.
Yeah, like I'm so used to eating like meat and dairy, like white meat and dairy, and a lot of my family members are used to eating meat. Like if I become vegan tomorrow, I have to go to like a vegan restaurant.
That's another issue. Like obviously now it's a lot easier to become a vegan, but beforehand,
but I still want to eat with my family
because they don't. A lot of places didn't cater to that diet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, in terms of that issue, like, yeah, there's a lot of cases about being treated inhumanely to be processed into food, and I understand. Sorry.
You cut off.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like, yeah, there's an issue with animals being treated inhumanely. I'm completely understandable with that. I also do love cheeseburgers. Like, I don't think I can give that up. But at the same time, like, yeah, it's true. What happens out there with, like, meat industries and stuff like that, it can be a little screwed up.
Yeah,
I'm fully aware of that.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's got to be, like, maybe a middle ground somewhere. Because, like, a lot of people definitely ain't going to give up meat. But, like...
Right.
Animals should also be treated with more
respect,
dignity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they tried doing that, but in the eyes of a corporation, they're just gonna see the animal as like freaking what is it? Dead animal walking, like
right.
They're gonna slaughter this cow. They're gonna slaughter this chicken, like so. What matters how they do it.
Yeah.
True.
Can we have a moment of silence for everybody that's been suffering through like the Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, actually, I don't even know how we got on the TED topic. This is supposed to be about George, so
right.
True. We got.
Let's have a moment of silence for everyone that's been affected by everything.
Yeah. How long? Like 30 seconds?
However long, doesn't matter.
All right. Well, let's start it now.
I see it.
We were supposed to start it, so I have a count. I was gonna let it go for like 50 seconds. You wild. All right, we'll start. We'll start now.
Who's joined?
Bro, what the fuck? I'm trying to do a moment of... I was trying to give him a full minute. You were over here wilding. Jesus Christ.
The whole time showed up.
All right. Well, I think that's good enough. So yeah, rest in peace, George, and everyone else, the Trayvons, the Sandra Blands, everyone who... There's too many people to name. I just hope that forget resting in peace. I hope they rest in paradise, and I hope that this particular situation, event, whatever you want to call it, can actually trigger a change in the status quo. I don't think it's gonna happen. I know that's being pessimistic, but there's a lot of hatred out there. And even though I try to cultivate this channel as like a safe space, a neutral ground from all that, you can't change a systematic set of racism overnight. It has to happen through generations. But I hope this is the starting point, that this can start going away. Because I'm going to keep it a whole buck. I could care less about someone's ethnicity, background, all that other stuff. Are you a scumbag? No? We're cool. That's the end of the conversation. But there are people out there that still care about what someone's race is, or how, like, what religion they practice, what are their politics. I don't care. Just treat me and my people good. Don't try to screw us over. And that should be the end of it. Treat people as you want to be treated. And what's funny is that I'm not really all that religious, but that's in Bibles. That's in text. And people don't follow it. They like to cite the whole, oh, you can't lie with the same sex. They like doing that stuff. They like, oh, you can't be infidelity. But when it comes to that part, people tend to forget about that. And it really sucks. But that's enough serious talk. Let's actually get into the reason why we're all here. Some Kart.
Yes.
Let's play some Mario Kart, boys!
And of course, Stefan, the Hulk guy has joined us.
Yep.
I'm trying to
Welcome
find...
back.
The Hulk guy, you mean Ted?
Yes, Ted.
Yeah, okay,
Welcome back.
Is your stream live now, Iceberg?
Yes.
It sure is.
Okay, so,
Nah. That whole time we was talking, that was just, we were practicing. We're actually gonna do the tribute now.
Sure.
We're making the tribute now. What do you got to say about George Floyd? Man, you don't knock it off. It's cool.
Okay, so, I mean, I talked to Stefan, and I just want to make an apology to you guys and Iceberg's viewers, because the last few times I was here, I said some pretty inappropriate and insane shit. I just want to apologize, because I know that right now, like, it's really not the time and place to talk about that kind of stuff during a Mario Kart stream. I mean, you guys joke about, like, you know, feminism and, like, you know, like, stuff like that. But I mean, I do talk about veganism sometimes, and you know, I've seen pigs being thrown into gas chambers. I've seen cows being raped. I've seen foxes being skinned alive. So I'm sorry if I come across as a little bit blunt about that. That's why I was a little bit serious about it, and that's why I kind of took it personally. And I do want to apologize to, like, probably the two male feminists who probably got offended at me fantasizing about mistreating women. But, you know, if you've ever been rejected, if you've ever been, you know, publicly humiliated by women, then you know the feeling. But in general, I just want to make an apology, and I'll try to tone it down. I'm gonna try not to be too serious about it, but I just want to make an apology, and I'll try not to be too serious about certain topics.
Apology accepted.
Apology accepted.
But hey,
All right, good.
Just one caveat.
Okay.
Who here's a male feminist?
No, I mean I'm talking about, like, your viewers. I'm talking about your viewers.
Chat. I know I have been neglecting y'all, and it's probably gonna continue. But who here is a male feminist that was offended by what my man was saying? Because I'm technically a male feminist. I wasn't offended because I kind of get where he's coming from, because I have been rejected as well. The whole thing is you have to take L's as a learning experience, not like everyone wants to have a significant other. I want one. I haven't been with anyone in a very long time. It's probably not gonna happen for even longer since we got COVID. It's COVID season. It's geostigma season. You gotta do your dating through Zoom. It's rough out there. I understand, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that you should be like Elliot Rodger. I'm not saying that.
And I know that it's hard, but sometimes you gotta reflect on yourself. Like, if you're dealing with someone that wants to outright embarrass you in public, that ain't the type of person you need to be dealing with at all, significant other or not. You gotta you gotta reflect on yourself.
They do it unintentionally, though. I mean, unintentionally they do it.
Because,
Most of the time it's unintentional.
Because I know plenty of girls who wouldn't do things like that. At least I would think they wouldn't want to do something like that. My late friend Dharma, who passed, definitely wouldn't treat someone like that. So it's all about who you're dealing with. There's scumbags that are females and there's scumbags who are males too. So you gotta take that with a grain of salt. A lot of women have been mistreated by men. And I don't mean just like rape or anything. I mean like in their relationships, like they weren't good boyfriends.
Alright, I'll take that.
You're 100% right.
So that's a factor.
Yeah.
You have a point. And I'm not trying to discredit it.
No, it's okay.
It's just, I would say learn from it. And like, alright, so this is the type of person, if they exhibit this kind of behavior before it gets to the embarrass me in public level, I'm out. I'm not giving you my energy because you're gonna mistreat it. Pretty much where I stand on that. Now let me try to freaking read through this chat. There's a whole lot of it. What's good, Bala? What's good, Elite Gaming? What's good, Meme Master? DeAndre was good. We were doing a memorial on the George Floyd situation because I felt I wanted to make a video on it separately, but then I was DMing Stefan and he was like he wanted to do something about it on the Kart stream. So you're like, you know what? I ain't do the Blackout Tuesday thing. This whole week I was tired as hell. I didn't stream yesterday because I had planned on working on things. I ended up KOing. Most of the stuff I wanted to do I did not end up doing. I've been really tired, so I couldn't do anything. So I was just, you know what? I'm going to wait till Friday. Me and Stefan will knock this out. Hopefully do a decent tribute that people would, respect, I would hope. We've done this. We've done it for Kobe. We've done it. What, Stefan, what else we did this for? We're out here. Who? Yeah, Dr. Birch? Yeah.
Birch, yeah.
Yeah. We out here with the tributes. We like to pay respect to those who deserve it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I agree. And a topic that I want to talk about is Joe. If Joe's here, Joe mentioned a really, really good point on one of his stories one day. He said that, you ever notice that people just shut the fuck up about COVID and start protesting about like this Black Lives Matter movement? I think that was a really, really good point. I think that's a topic that I'd like to talk about.
We can definitely talk about that because
yes, we can definitely talk about it.
Just one thing. Refer to it as geostigma because.
Okay. For lack of a better term.
Yeah, no, not just because of YouTube being stupid.
That's what is it? What is it again?
Geostigma.
Geostigma? Okay, yeah. Geostigma, yeah. I think that's a really good point because people just literally like shut up about COVID.
Yeah, they completely forgot about it. It's over. Everyone go back outside.
They totally forgot it stinks. They thought it was gone. They thought it's extinct.
Yeah, they literally just no more social distancing. Oh, we don't care about COVID. We need to go out and protest.
Yeah.
Am I not allowed to say? Am I not allowed to say Black Lives Matter?
No, you could say Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
If they shut me down because of that, I'm gonna be tight. But
Yeah, okay.
They probably won't shut the stream down because we're live streaming.
the whole COVID thing was weird. Geostigma was weird because people were getting. Oh, I dodged that lightning. People were getting like their channels, like they would be in the middle of live streaming, but they mention it because, you know, it's on people's minds. They want to talk about it. It's a live stream. They want to know how their streamer feels about shit. And streams were getting shut down. Yellow Kazoo, someone who I hold in high regard, got shut down. I'm like, how? She's like one of the most family-friendly, wholesome streamers on the internet. But because they were talking about COVID, shut down. I'm like, alright. If they coming for her, I don't stand a chance.
No one's safe.
Let's not talk about it. I'm going to call it Geostigma.
Honestly, I'd rather see the protest than see COVID-19 on my TV again. I'm tired of COVID.
Same here.
You know what
tired.
You know what?
I've been tired of it for the last month. A month ago, I was tired of it. I'm even tired of it now. I'm even more tired.
I'm tired of people using it as a way to promote things. Oh, you're suffering from geostigma? Well, you should go buy a new car. I'm like, what? We have to keep apart to come back together later. I'm like, y'all don't get this corporate BS out of here,
Yes.
man.
Hi, I know you're suffering, but here's a new car. Go nuts.
I mean, it wasn't verbatim what they said, but, you know, they tried to, like, spin it like they care. And they don't. They just want you to buy this new Ford because our stock's going down.
Yeah, that's called virtue signaling. That's called virtue signaling.
Yeah, that's trash. I read that a mile away. Like, nah, you're not sincere. Oh, and the radio stations are the worst.
The same thing with geostigma. Oh man, you know, never mind. I can't think of a good example. I'm sorry. I literally just blacked out there.
It's fine. No, because
yeah, like,
there's plenty out there. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you piggybacking off of people suffering just to push the product? I know it's capitalism, but you're talking to us. I was gonna
say, 'cause money.
Yeah, but you're talking to a socialist here, so. I used to be kind of afraid to say that, but like, the more that I look into like political things and how things work, I'm just like, socialism would just solve mad problems. We already do it anyway.
Yeah, the thing that I'm most worried about is that if I'm laughing at a joke and I'm laughing and wheezing and say, I can't breathe, then people are going to stare at me. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that people are going to take that literally. Literally, not even, if I say the words, I can't breathe when I'm laughing, then people are going to get offended.
Oh, that's like coughing during geostigma.
Wait, how would that be offended anyway?
Because the viral clip of the cop, you know, breaking the man's neck, putting his leg on the man's neck, like he literally said like multiple times that he couldn't breathe, the black man, and then he later died in jail. That's what you guys were.
I'm guessing that like, cause like people are gonna be offended no matter what you do. You're always gonna offend somebody. I think context matters a lot of times when you're doing anything. Cause like, yeah, you mentioned that we joke sometimes about feminism. I'm a feminist. Like, you're a male feminist. I want equal rights for everyone. Like, not just like, I'm like, a lot of feminists want their cake and eat it too. They want to have the benefits they had while it was disproportionate, and then get equal rights, and it doesn't work that way.
You know, that's real feminism. Fake feminism is when you want to make women, most feminists in general just want to make women better than men. That's not what feminism is. If you look up the definition of feminism, that is not what feminism is.
It's supposed to be
radical feminism.
Feminism is equality.
It's supposed to, exactly. You want equality or not?
It's not bringing men down. Like, yeah, I saw that on the reel. They say, oh, you know, feminism does not mean up with women does not mean down with men. But the thing is, the reel, that's the most, they're the most sexist towards men of all. They're the most sexist towards men. And they say, oh, it's about equality. It's about equality. But no.
That's called misandry, but you can't paint with a wide brush like that because not all women are like that.
Right.
That's a meme going on. Not all women are like that, bro.
They're not.
Well, I mean, it's true.
I'm citing.
All right. So this is our first baby park of the video.
Unless it comes up on random, please don't pick Baby Park again, please. I'm asking politely.
Have you guys seen The Reel, the TV show The Reel?
Yeah.
I don't watch TV.
No.
Okay, so I've seen bits and pieces of it on this guy called Think Before You Sleep. I'm pretty sure he's like MGTOW or something like that. And he did a couple of clips on The Reel. And literally, like, I can't really think of the exact scene, but these women, they act all tough and they act like, oh, they're better than men. They act like men are scum, and and they literally say like right before they mistreat men and say that men like are scum and like, oh, why are men women's splaining? And they literally after that, as they say that, they say feminism is about equality. Up with women does not mean down with men. Nah, that's bullshit. Don't act like you're all about equality when you just want to see men burn. Don't act like that. That's stupid.
Look, I'm not rolling with any movement that brings down anybody. Men, male, female, horseshoe crab, purple people eater. I'm not with that. That is trash. So anyone who actually holds that and they're not joking, something's wrong with them. They need to knock it off. Like people need to just let people do what they're gonna do as long as it doesn't harm another person.
I got third.
I mean, all these red pillars say that like women, they say that women aren't funny, which I kind of disagree with.
Women are hilarious. Are you kidding me?
I think that's some. Now, there's a difference. There's a difference between a simp laughing at, you know, a woman just to try to get in bed with her.
Yo, we need to get that simp stuff out of here. You can't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Simp even appeared to be is like some kind of insult against them.
Yeah, light in here.
I didn't.
Hello, light gazer.
What's up, light gazer?
I didn't mean it like that. Like
no. I'm not discrediting your point. I'm saying the term simp. I don't like it. I agree.
Okay,
I agree with you. I don't like the no. I'm not saying you did anything. I'm not saying you did anything
I'm
wrong.
fine with the term. I'm like Iceberg. I'm fine with the term. But the very fact that it exists or someone made it to exist so as to insult simps.
The negative connotation that it holds really pisses me off. I think a female rapper is dope, so I'm a simp. I'm a simp because I think Doja Cat is kind of cool.
Let me give you a great example. Like a phenomenal example of why it was so negative.
Okay, can I explain, guys?
Yes.
Let me explain. So, there's a difference between someone, whether they're a simp or not, a man purposely like laughing at a woman's jokes just to try to impress her, even though she's not even funny. And difference between because the thing is that female comedians, the large majority of female comedians are like, oh my god, my pussy, oh my god, my vagina, oh my god, my boobs, oh my god.
All right, that's not funny.
I don't
Exactly,
even
that's
know what he's
not-
stereotyping in the first place. I just want to clarify that.
I know for a fact that like there are some.
Also,
good
I just
female
joined because Stefan invited me, so I was like, yeah, might as well.
I mean, like.
Hey, kebab!
There are
Good,
some really
Rico.
good female comedians out there. There are
Well,
female
Stefan.
comedians that are actually funny, but like, there's a difference between like girls do the same thing. Like, girls see a guy, they think he's good looking, they laugh at every single one of their jokes. You know, there's a bunch of guys, there's like 2 girls, there's her and one other girl, and she's the only one laughing at him. He's not even saying anything funny. He's just saying like normal words. And oh my god, you're so funny. Like there's a difference between that and like actually.
December, shoot the red shell.
Well, most that's just a come to work item though. If someone likes someone, they're gonna find them funny, or they're gonna at least fake the funk because they want to be with that person or have that person think highly of them. That's just a come to work item dealing with people. The reason why I think like hating on someone that's a simp is stupid is because like the reason I just said, like if you like someone, like some people will call me a simp because I think Yellow Kazoo's a good streamer. So
that doesn't make you a simp. That makes you like someone.
Oh, you always say that she's good. You think
Wait,
Biju is good.
okay.
You just like them because they're females.
Okay,
Man.
I like the band Arch Enemy. I like Alyssa White Goals, and that's her name, Alyssa White Goals. And I like her. People would call me a simp because you like a chick metal vocalist, bro. You're such a simp. But no, I like her vocals. I like the band. That doesn't make me a simp.
You're such a simp. You like Azalea 22. You like Poetry Falcon. Like, bro, I like
Let's
this.
get one thing
Like,
clear.
no, just because you like a female artist or a female comedian, that doesn't make you a simp. It would be a simp if you say, "Oh my God, oh yeah, I want to be with her. I'll give her all my money. I'll do." Yeah, that's when you're. I know a simp. Yeah, I know you guys don't like the term. I'm sorry, but
No. See,
It's fine.
You got me fucked up. I know what it is, the definition, all that. Like Gazer said, I'm mad that it even exists. That people are calling people that because like, oh you like Hikaru Utada, you're a simp. Like why do you like that person? Why don't you like this person? Like
no, it's just like you like someone and they just so happen to be a female. That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like Karen Gillian. I like.
Karen Gillian is freaking dope. Are you what?
I like Karen Gillian as Nebula. I like Karen Gillian as in Jumanji. Like she's a great actor.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I know her from Doctor Who, so
Hell
I was in love with her from there.
That's what I was about to say, man.
I completely forgot. I completely forgot.
And that other chick, Jenna Coleman, man. I'm a simp though because I like the female companions.
Oh, you want simp? I'll give you the example I was trying to give a little bit ago.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, the other, like, sometime last week, or was it the week before, I finished my stream and I rated a guy called Curly Studios. He was a good guy.
Yeah, that name is one.
He's a good guy.
So, here's what happened. Shortly after, he finished his stream and rated this one girl, and he showered her with praise.
That sounds like a simp to me.
Yes.
That's a simp.
She was playing. Hold on. Let me finish, please.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So she was playing Minecraft. He was helping her out, or rather, she was showing him what he was doing wrong because he sucked at Minecraft, and she was actually really good. So they called her a simp, and those of us who were in his raid just looked at the guy who called her a simp, or called him a simp, and was just like, you can get banned right now. Why? Because A, you just tried using that as an insult when it wasn't. B, this chick is his daughter.
Oh, damn.
Yo!
This is not a joke. It's a joke about.
Yo! Light Gazer has won the chat. Stefan, tell him what he's won. Jesus Christ, Mary and Joseph.
God.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
If that ain't
Wow.
some shit.
Oh man.
Oh, the internet lost
Well,
on that
like,
one. The internet lost
He
terrible.
took me out.
So I was just
Nothing
thinking,
weird
like,
people
is
on the internet.
Free
That is a
Dad a
monster
simp
hell.
now? What the hell? This term, I'm okay with it, but it still needs to die.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
What are you doing watching your daughter's stream?
Yeah, like what are you doing?
It's her father. It's her dad.
But still.
Dads
It's a daughter that
dads are gonna be dads. That's problematic though.
My daughter, I love your stream.
Yeah, he's
Hi,
he wants-
pumpkin. I love your
He wants to see
stream.
if the guys there are gonna be treating her right.
Yeah, no, Iman is definitely going back a minute or two just to hear that.
I'm so
Oh,
behind
Baby
on
Park
chat.
again.
I'm so all right. So I'm gonna use this baby park race to fucking read chat. They do, to be a cop you need to have a psych evaluation. Well, they need to redo that evaluation, my guy. Let me tell you, Ali. I saw a video of a cop forcing a man to touch a weapon and beat him up. The cop accused him of being armed. What?
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Hands up, this is a viral robbery. What? Okay, Thomas, what the hell? Except it's not the protesters who are starting the violence. There's a lot of white people and undercover cops taking advantage of the situation. Yep, that's the conspiracy berg in me that's like, alright, this is what we doing.
Cops are literally targeting black men. I don't agree with that. They say cops are literally targeting black men. They're not doing that. No. They're not targeting. They're not waking up one day and saying, oh, I'm gonna go after a black man. I'm gonna kill a black man today. They don't do that. I mean, they do get more money for, like, you know, giving tickets and stuff like that.
I'm telling you right now, especially if you saw the movie Straight Outta Compton, that's exactly what they're doing.
But that's Straight Outta Compton. That's
Okay,
literally-
Iman just said he just went back in time just to hear that.
That's literally what rappers are in Straight Outta Compton. They're not Ice-T, right?
No,
Ice-T?
Ice Cube, Dr.
Cube.
Dre, Doc, Eazy-E.
Okay, they're it's a movie that's made by rappers, black rappers, and they rap about that kind of stuff. That's like me if I was a metal.
You know the reason why they made the song "Fuck the Police," right? You know why they made that song, right?
Yeah, I know.
Because they were getting stopped like they were in that movie. I know that you want to like, oh, it's a movie that ain't happen like that. No, it happens
Based
like
on
that.
real events.
It's based on real events.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is that black on black crimes do happen. There are black police officers that kill black guys or black people, but no one ever talks about that. There is black on black crimes, but that's not newsworthy.
Well, we're talking about two different things now, because if you're talking about how terrible mainstream media is at reporting anything, I'm hands up agreeing with you. But these are two different arguments.
Oh, wait.
I thought it was, you're okay. So your argument is that because of Straight Outta Compton, like
I'm
you're saying
using
that
Straight Outta
police-
Compton as a reference because, unfortunately, since I don't watch TV, there's a lot of stuff that I could probably cite that I can't give you because I don't have all the information.
Let me
You're
just
saying that they're
one
literally.
thing about TV reportings first. It's not that they're bad at reporting, it's that they have their own agenda. So they're only going to report what's sides with what they want to, their political views. Like Fox is only going to report things that are pro-Trump or something like that, or the Super Bowl, whichever.
That's a fact.
But they're only they have to report the truth. They have to. By law, they have to. Fake news is, I don't know why that's a thing, but they have to. But they can choose what they want to report. So it's not that they're bad, it's that they just chose not to.
It's more selective news, and they paint the story with their own spectrum. It's still the truth, but they bend it.
Yeah,
and that's
do
really
agree with
trash.
that. I do agree with that. But your argument is that cops are literally targeting black men. You're saying that they're actually doing that.
How many cases of wrongful death in custody do we have to show you so you understand what it is?
The thing is in high school, like 8th grade and freshman year of high school, like my school is basically the ghetto and all of my friends literally talk about how you know cops are targeting black. I've heard it all before. I've heard it before a million times in high school. That white cops they're targeting black people and they stop black people on the street for no reason. I've heard it all before, and yes, that might be true, and I figure why. I really want you guys to see the music video. I've talked about this before, but Body Count, the band that Ice-T is in, they have a track called No Lives Matter, and that might sound like doomy, but like the whole point of that video, the whole message behind that track is that it really doesn't matter what color your skin is if you're poor. And he said the reason why they're targeting black people is because he believes that the reason why they're targeting them is because black skin has stood for poor. Like if you're like,
right. I'm gonna walk that back. You're not completely wrong, because there are poor white men who get targeted too. There are, like, everyone is susceptible to crime. No one is immune from crime. There is the term white privilege, and it does exist, but even sometimes it doesn't even work out for them either. It's more that the chance of someone that is a person of color is going to be harassed higher than a white person. That's the problem that exists. It's not saying that white people are immune to something or that black people like are undeservingly arrested, because some people put themselves in harm's way, and the color doesn't matter at that point.
I mean, don't tell me that I'm wrong. Tell Ice-T he's wrong, because that's where it's from.
Well, I don't agree with Ice-T. I think Ice-T needs to get the ice out of his name. How about that? Sometimes people are on the wrong side of history. You can't help those people. Like, they're just gonna be wrong.
Nobody
like the
changes
All Lives
unless they
Matter
want
people.
to.
They're just
Okay,
wrong.
So why is it that supposedly white cops target black men or black people? Why do they do it?
Well,
Racism.
if you want my opinion, because I don't know if this is true or not. This is only what I glean from all of these situations. Some, not all, some white cops are just racist. Or they have preconceived notions about black people because they don't grow around them, so they don't know that there are some black people or people of color, because it's not just black people. Latinos get discriminated against, Arab people get discriminated against just because they have melanin in their skin. And
even German people get discriminated against, and you guys all know why that is.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
that's not so much race. That's more of history.
It's more like
race.
I mean, technically, it's like German European people are white, but like even because people are German and because of the Holocaust, even German people, even back, it's not thought of anymore, but back then, post Holocaust and all that stuff, when German people were mainstream, even German people, they didn't want to be associated with it. They did not want to be associated with the Holocaust. No, I'm not a Nazi. I'm not like that.
I mean, I'm not out here calling Zoiks a freaking SS over here. I'm not sure what you're getting at.
Yo,
I mean, I'm trying to put
that taught me some very useful words in German.
I'm not over here 9.
That's completely different. That's not a skin color problem. That's a nationality problem.
That isn't a historic problem.
That
problem resulted over a war because a country decided to vote for a person who they didn't realize was a supremacist. That's all that is.
I'll give you something that I've come to realize about racism. It's not so much people want to be racist, it's people want to hate. People like putting someone else down or some group of people down just to make them better. It doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter what. It just matters that they're different in some way. If it wasn't color, it'll be sex. If it wasn't sex, it would be religion. If it wasn't that, it'll be nationality. They'll find a way.
Yo, this motherfucker's spitting right now.
Just want to hate. Now, as far as Black Lives Matter, I'm all for that. My question is, and I put this in chat, is one, why did this not end with the freeing of the slaves? Two, why did this not happen with what was it, the civil rights movement in the mid 1900s? Three, why did this not end with the peak of that with Martin Luther King Jr.'s speeches and death? Why did this not happen then? Why is this a thing now? In the end, the answer is people want to hate. They want to look at that thing. Those people gotta go.
It's called systemic racism. It's built into the fabric of this country, unfortunately.
And
this guy's very intellectual. I like the way this guy talks.
Here's the other side. Me wanting them gone is racist itself.
That's actually true.
Going for Smash, yo, that would be hilarious.
You know, this whole thing has been going on for like 5 years. Like I said, during my freshman year of high school, I've had, like, I was in a different high school at the time, not the high school that I graduated in.
Yeah.
But everybody was talking, like a large majority of a lot of the students there were black or mixed race, and even some white kids. But they were talking about, because they listened to like Ice Cube, and they talk about Straight Outta Compton. And like I said, I've heard it a lot that, you know, they talk about how, you know, cops are targeting black people. And the thing is that, like I said, like, there is black on black crimes, but the news doesn't report that. And yes, you're right, like they need to be honest. But how like uneventful would it be for people to see, oh, a black person killed another black person? Nobody would care about that.
How
oh,
often?
A white person killed a black person. Oh, yes.
True.
You wanna know why they don't report on that stuff? Because it doesn't move any clicks.
How often does the news report things like, oh, look, people are being nice to each other? How often does that happen?
That's a fact. That doesn't happen either.
That's a good point. Like, yeah, they don't.
It doesn't move clicks. It's kind of what Light was saying.
We're talking about murder. We're talking about actually killing someone. We're not talking about...
we care about that topic, but it doesn't move units. Like, these newspaper corporations, News Corps, whatever, like reporters, they need to sell a certain amount of papers. They need to have a certain amount of clicks on a video. They don't care necessarily about something that, even though it's a good story, people are gonna actually listen to it.
Yeah,
people want drama.
They want views. They want more clicks. You're exactly right. They want more clicks on a video. They don't necessarily care on whether it's bullshit or not. They care about how many views it gets. They care about how much attention.
That's why, unfortunately, our president always gets pub, because his image and anything he says garners attention. So that's why they talk about him so much.
Media only cares about their money, and they only make that money by clicks and views. That's
not media. No, not media. Corporations. The whole purpose
the corporations own the media.
Money. You're right, but that's how companies work. Is their whole purpose for existing is to make money. Anything, and I mean anything, that interferes with that, if their revenue drops even slightly, they don't like it.
No, they don't.
It doesn't matter if it's, oh, let's be nicer to our workers. The very fact that we have breaks is a pain in the ass for corporations.
That's a fact. If they could work you 8 hours straight, no breaks, they would.
The very fact that overtime is a thing is a pain in their ass.
If they could pay you your straight pay and have you work for 12 hours, they would.
They would make you work for $1, and they would probably make you work 1 cent an hour if they could.
They would have you work for free because they did it.
Yeah,
the problem that I have with that
that's not how it's going to work.
The problem
And
that I have
that's
with that is
not
that I
because of
believe
a
that
minimum wage. That's because of the supply and demand thing. Because the company realizes the less they pay their workers, the less money is going to be in their area, so the less less profit they're going to make. That's why the United States is so expensive.
But going back to like the news and the media, the problem that I have with that is that I feel like they're like representing one topic so much that they're ignoring other things. Like my example, and yes, I'm repeating this again, but white on black crimes, that's reported a lot. They're not reporting like that makes you think that, oh, only white cops kill black cops, but or only white cops kill black people. But no, like there are black cops that kill black people, but you think, oh, like a black cop wouldn't kill a black person, so I'm fine. If you're a black guy and you're walking
Actually, black cops can be worse, because when someone, unfortunately, that is of a darker skin color gets power, it kind of corrupts them. I've kind of seen it firsthand, and it is not pretty.
Yeah, but the thing about, you guys get what I'm saying, is that like if they're representing one topic, that makes you go think something else. Like that makes you think that.
Well, we've already answered you on that one though. That's the corporations, because they know that this story will get clicks over another one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that like it's painting a picture. It's painting a representation. It makes you go from one extreme to another.
And if you want to go the conspiracy route with it, this is being engineered to have people go against each other, white versus black, and it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it is. Like that's what I'm saying, is that if you're a black person, you're out there, and you'd be afraid of white cops, but you wouldn't be afraid of black cops because you see the news. Oh, there's a white cop, I should be afraid of him. Oh, there's a black cop. No, he's cool. He's not going to kill me. He's not going to arrest me because I've seen in the news that there's no black cops that kill black guys. Oh, I'm good. But no, that's not how it works. That's not. It makes a bad representation.
What's up?
Where the hell is D? This needs to be the podcast.
Oh, I can probably get D on this right now, but he's playing Phantasy Star with Emon at the moment.
That's
Also,
we were probably gonna talk about this on
while
Sunday.
You guys were talking about all that stuff, haven't you both realized that we played Baby Park 2 times in a row?
Yeah, we have, and I didn't like it, but Melee Fox is here, so ain't nothing we can really do about it.
Oh yeah, Melee Fox. He's the one who picks Baby Park every single time.
I don't know why. Is that really your like that's the only stage you like? Like there's so many better stages than it.
He wants to troll us, I think. That's why.
Well, it's not gonna work.
So you've said your favorite Mario Kart stage of all time. What's your favorite Mario Kart stage in this game?
In this game,
SNES Rainbow Road.
Rainbow Road, Nintendo 64.
My favorite track is not in this game.
No, I'm talking about in this game. I'm talking about like favorite tracks in this game, in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I like Electrodrome. I like the Animal Crossing stage.
That one we're doing right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
I like Toad's Turnpike. I like a lot of stages. I'm not even sure which one is my favorite. Moo Moo Meadows.
Be glad they never remade my favorite stage ever. Be very glad for that.
Which one? Chocolate Mountain?
No. So much. Toad's Turnpike for the original Nintendo 64 in extra mode, but it has to be on the original N64 version, not this version.
Oh, they nerfed it?
You're not kidding. Okay, so in the original 64 version, you were racing with traffic, and the cars easily took up the entire lane, and there were places where it dropped down to 2 lanes, and it was kind of like a figure 8 pattern, just 3 laps of that. In extra mode, you weren't racing with traffic, you were racing against traffic. If you could get by with less than 3 collisions, you were lucky.
Which stage are you talking about?
Toad's
The
Turnpike.
original
Bird.
Toad's Turnpike for the
Toad's
64.
Bird.
What's more is when a car hit you, it wasn't just a
Ah, whoa, 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 whoa,
oh,
whoa.
I got hurt. It's a no, you immediately get flattened and you're out of commission for like 8 seconds.
Yeah, it's bad. I still have like PTSD from that shit.
I get PTSD when I hear the word
Hardest
PK
track
Fire.
I've ever seen, and it's my favorite. I got so good that the moment the track happened, game was done. I just won that game, unless I was up against computers, because computers like to cheat in Mario Kart 64. They would get ahead of you, and the moment they left your field of vision, their CCs would, or their engine would go from like 150 to like 175, and you would just see them on the minimap going farther and farther and farther ahead, even though you were driving perfectly. It was just like, this is dumb.
Okay, I got one question for you. You're a boss on that stage. Would you beat Farron on that stage?
Easily.
Oh shit! Yo.
She wasn't so good with the 64 version.
No,
Whereas that was my jam.
Light
one particular track.
Light knows why I asked him that question.
Yo, I get PTSD from PK Fire.
That's a fact.
Most people have PTSD from just racing Farron.
No, you don't
She's
understand.
really
That.
good.
You don't play. You don't know what PK Fire can do to you.
I mean,
You don't know what Lightning Farron can do.
If you even read the word PK Fire, you can literally hear Ness saying it, and
PK
that's
Fire.
not normal.
PK Fire.
It's
Not
got
even that, but Lucas too.
It's got no.
Oh, Ellie really wanted to get in on the conversation. Chill.
No,
Is Ellie in the Discord though?
Do it.
Oh fuck! I didn't.
We should probably just switch to the ThunderPals server then.
Dang. All right. Well, I sent her into the Cell games. I'm sorry.
Do it.
Let me see here.
Also,
Saying hello.
the original reason I joined, or I accepted the invite, was to give you bad news.
What was the bad news?
Starting Monday, I won't be able to come to any streams anymore.
Wait, you're working now?
As of Monday, yeah.
Yeah.
Although I will be, if you do a Sunday stream, I'll be able to come to that.
Oh, don't worry, he'll be doing that.
Oh, you'll be able to come to Sunday streams, but everything else is a dub.
Yes, only because of the time. My work, we're both Eastern, correct?
Yes.
Yep.
My work schedule has me working from 3 p.m. Eastern to 11 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, what kind of schedule is that?
You got that.
Second shift.
You got that second shift.
You gotta specify that's Eastern time zone. Because it's not like we're in like the UK or anything.
Well, if they're in the UK, I think they use military time, so he said 3 p.m. So.
It depends on.
He goes to work when I want to start streaming. Like that's a dub. That's an insta dub.
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah, I can't come to your streams except on Sundays. I would come to Saturdays, but my own stream
you do your
schedule
own
said,
thing.
hey,
And that's
Saturday.
I have time to go on your guys'
Yeah,
stream.
no, that makes
I
sense.
got
You
fired
gotta do
from
your
my job
thing.
yesterday. I got fired from my job yesterday, so I can go to your guys' stream.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Yeah.
As I said, one of my jobs is out of commission, so I'm here.
It hurt.
So was it fired or laid off?
They didn't even call me. I just went. I thought I was going to work. They said, "Oh, the company has decided to part ways, and you know you're terminated. We're sorry." And they said, "Oh,
What?
I literally I was going in for work, and they said one of the guys' name, I don't want to say his name, but he said that like
No, expose him.
He said, "Oh, I got to talk to you.
Do it.
Do it.
We decided to part ways, and we're gonna have to send you home." And they
Yo,
said that I'm
yeah.
terminated.
Yo, that sounds like some corporate speak right there, yo.
Are you kidding me? You drove all the way to work for that?
Yeah. I
I
didn't.
would have
my
made
mom-
them compensate me for the gas.
Yeah, well, it's bullshit. Why didn't they call me? It's not fair. Literally on last week they said, "Oh, you need stuff that you do stuff that for some improvement." I said, "Okay." The next day I worked my ass off. I did the best that I could. But then I didn't have work until Thursday of next week, which was yesterday. And I went in thinking I had work, and they told me that I was terminated. I
Yeah.
went
Sounds
all
like
the
they're
way-
trying to push people out.
Yep.
Are you a woman?
Yes, that's Ellie. Say hello to another
there's a
mod.
There's a
Woo!
woman in here.
Yeah,
I
dude.
know, right?
A woman.
I got female fans. Don't be sleeping on ThunderPals.
No,
Ain't a
you
sausage
also-
fest. Nah. You better put some
What do you
respect
guys
on her
think
name.
about girls wanna play
I thought that
games?
99% of your audience were males.
Look, my demographic, obviously, I lean more male than female, but there's girl gamers out there, alright, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gamer girls.
No, I don't.
Look,
I,
my-
no, I
my
don't
only-
mean.
my
I don't
only
mean.
question-
I don't mean guys in real life. I mean actual girls online.
One question.
I mean, Darth is in the chat, so
One
you can
question.
verify.
Hold on.
Female. Why are you listening to this instead of banging Chad?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What'd you just say?
I said one question. Why are you listening to us when you could have been out there banging Chad?
Seriously?
I'm guessing that's supposed to be a joke.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
gotta work on
that one didn't land.
Yeah, you gotta work on your tone there.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I think the
That was
real
a little-
question is, does she know what forward aerial is?
But yeah, like they literally they didn't even call me. They literally just I went to work, and they literally said I was terminated. They said, "Oh, we're gonna have to send you home." And that was a very scummy, very douchebaggy thing that they did.
Corporations do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't even seem like they're allowed to do that.
They can. If it's a private
That was
company, they
I
can.
didn't even know. Why didn't they call me?
Even
That's
public companies, they're allowed to. It's just a matter of, do we really want to or not?
Make
And they
you
didn't-
drive
Unless
all the
unless
way-
you're in a union, and even in sometimes there, they can really fuck with you. I should
Right,
know
a union
because
is about the only protection a worker could have.
yeah.
Other than that, it's you against your employer, and your employer will win 100% of the time.
That's a fact. Like,
obviously, yeah.
like I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I don't want to discuss the details of what happened, but I've said it on a couple of streams that like I almost lost my job because I had to stay home for the COVID thing. I think that's the only reason why I kind of kept it, because that was the reason. If it was for any other like thing, I would have been gone. And I definitely would have been leaning on YouTube full time. It'd probably be like 10 streams a day on some Farron shit. Yo, Farron
24
streams too
hours.
much.
Or the very fact that you have to turn in a resume, and they get like hundreds of resumes, or 1,000. My stepdad, well, his name is John. He's not really my stepdad. He is, but he isn't. Whatever. Not getting into that. He became my
I know that.
stepdad when I was 24. Yeah, that's an instant dub for stepdad-ish. Anyways, so he has a position for 5 openings at the plant down near Detroit. Okay, so this is a company that isn't just like a job. It's a company that you work until you're 64 and then you retire from. This is one of those kinds of companies. So he puts an ad out for 5 postings, okay? What happens? He gets over 5,000 resumes, and he has to go through each and every single one of them. First off, that's a dub. Second off, you have 5,000 hopefuls, but only 5 of them are going to get in. It's just like, Which one do I want? Not you. Not you. Oh, you have that little tick on your little T. You didn't dot your I. You didn't cross your T. Okay, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone. It's at your employer's absolute mercy whether you can get in the door.
Yeah, you could like not have a cover letter, and that'll be a reason for you to be gone. That kind of reminds me of when I tried to try out for the Pokemon Cipher. Like, I guess because my enunciation wasn't on point, that just immediately disqualified me.
No, I think the thing is that Iceberg. The thing about that is that I don't mean any offense. I'm just saying some constructive criticism.
What up?
But I've seen you freestyle on your Instagram. I've seen your like Mario freestyle and your other freestyles.
Yeah.
And sometimes it seems like you're talking too quiet. Like it seems like you're mumbling sometimes. Like I can't really hear you freestyling sometimes. I don't mean any offense.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
I want the criticism because I want to get better at it. There's two
I think
problems.
he needs to play more Mad vs. City, and that'll up his skill.
Maybe.
It just seems like
Maybe.
you're too quiet.
No, there's two problems. One, TikTok is actually not good for doing what I'm trying to do because even though like you can get like beats from there, the beats aren't good, and the ones that are good, they're hard to find. Second,
but you can record your own for it.
That reminds me, TikTok, Meme Master M. Do you think you'll be able to contact work through that?
I don't see why you can't. It's just I'm not gonna be always checking it like that. But
Oh, it's
obviously,
not because of that. It's because, what was it, Meme Master M said that he hadn't downloaded it yet, so that's why I'm just asking.
I mean that's like a 2-second download, my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he still has
Well,
to make it
here's
count.
what I don't get.
It really doesn't take that long.
Here's what I don't get. You can download TikTok, but you can't download Discord. Fam. Fam.
Yikes.
Like,
Again,
So what does TikTok have to do with you being like too
because
quiet?
TikTok, you can, what was it, he can contact Berg directly through TikTok, which he needs.
no, the problem with TikTok is you have to record what you're rapping beforehand. You can't do it afterward, like, cause I wanna listen to the beat and try to like rap on beat, but then for some reason like my audio is muted when I'm trying to like talk, so I have to rap what I'm trying to rap beforehand and try to like remember how the beat flows and do it that way. And like they have like a whole mixing thing, and I tried to prioritize the my voice to be louder, but I didn't mix it well. So
Well, because you can
that's
drop
on me.
the audio versus your voice.
Yeah, I would have to like make it like the music like 30% and my vocals like 70.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
part.
Meme Master M can
So
contact
it's
you.
TikTok. So basically, you're saying that TikTok, the audio's messed up and makes your voice quieter.
Yeah. I won't deny that I probably could have been a little louder in the microphone because I was using the microphone on this as opposed to this. And obviously this headset isn't the greatest.
By the way, Meme Master M said that he can contact you through TikTok.
That's fine.
Like, yeah, what I'm
I
saying
just
is that you're
wish
spitting,
you would get this.
What I'm saying is that you're spitting some serious bars, dude. But like, sometimes like I can't hear you.
They're gonna improve. I haven't put out any new ones because of my sleep situation, but once I get that figured out and like actually because like I don't want to use like stuff I wrote down like on some random thing. I want the bars to be video game related. So
The heck was that?
that was
The
the
dryer.
that was a washing machine. This is what I'm talking about. Like sometimes there just sounds in the background I can't.
No, it's a
I can't
Five Nights at
drown
Freddy's
out.
sound, guys. It's a sound in Five Nights at Freddy's one where you turn on the light.
Oh my god, that is like perfect.
I mean, I'll go with it because we deal in
Five Nights at
references.
Freddy's sound.
I will go with it. Because you probably won't see FNAF played on this channel.
I've
Yeah.
never played any of those.
Me neither.
I played FNAF 1 for like the iOS, for like mobile, but I mean, I haven't played it. I've technically played it on mobile, but mostly I've seen like Markiplier play it. I've seen him play
Same.
That's why like I already seen Mark go through this. It doesn't look attractive. I'll let him do it.
You have to admit that playing a game, like watching
Freddy's
someone play a game and like actually playing the game yourself is two different things. Like
No, I don't mean that it's scary. I'm talking about like managing everything. That joint is hard because you gotta like watch out for Foxy. Then Bonnie's coming off the side. Chica's messing around in the kitchen. I'm like, yo, man, I can't. There's too much.
And then you have to worry about Freddy until the third or fourth night. You know, the third or fourth night, like, oh, Freddy's coming.
Then Foxy
I don't even know how to get past Freddy. Like,
Puppet Master, all that.
When he was doing 2020 mode, like, he literally, there's like, in FNAF 1 in particular, he was doing like this pattern where, like, check 2 lights, then close the doors, then check the camera. Like, this pattern that he did.
Yo, he literally was doing like precision like movements. Like it was crazy.
The scariest thing is that if you mess up, then Freddy can get you even if the door is closed.
Yeah, because he gets in. Like, it's crazy. Like all the micromanaging you have to do. The game's not really scary. It's like obviously the jump scare is gonna get you no matter what, but it's more of the micromanaging.
Yeah, that's what makes it scary. Like the animatronics, the jump scares. Honestly, at first the jump scares were terrifying. When I was younger, I was terrified, but it's not really scary.
The more you play it, the less desensitized you come to it. So it's like, whatever, man.
Like like it's not even scary like when you know the jump scare is coming. Then it doesn't become scary. But they say the first game was the scariest, even though in FNAF 3, like. Or FNAF, I think it was FNAF 4, there was like Fredbear and Nightmare.
I was about to say that. But, FNAF 4 takes the kick with that Nightmare Freddy because it's not even a pop-up. He's just on the screen. I'm like, yo, I cut the video off. I went to another room. I'm like, nah, we're not doing this.
The reason why the first one they say the scariest is because, like you said, it's the micromanaging. It's not even like. It has to do with luck. Like, it has to do with chance. Like, in the second or third and fourth ones, if you knew what to do,
guys,
then you can stop the animatronics. Yeah. But in the first one, it's just by chance.
Guys,
like, it's pure
luck.
Up? What's up?
Oh, I'll be back I'll be back after the 5 races for battle mode, right? I'm going to it. Okay. All right, I'll be back.
Right, see you, Mike. See you, Michael. See you,
I'll be right. I'll be back.
Someone donate PRG 100 euros. He said if he made 100 euros from streaming, he'd dye his hair blue.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
Oh wow, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I can't remember. I was like 15 or 16 when FNAF first came out. I played it like once, and I didn't really like it because of the micromanaging. Like, it was. I mean, I made it through like the first 3 or 4 nights like perfectly fine, but it got irritating when you would do something and then it wouldn't register, and so you lose anyway.
It kind of becomes a battle of RNG toward the last nights. Markiplier was saying that.
That's what I was trying to say, is that it's pure luck. Like the 4th and 5th night, like with Freddy, like at least in the other games, like if you knew what to do, you can stop them. But in the first one, it's just by pure chance. Like it's luck. Like if you beat the 5th night, 4th or 5th night, it's by pure luck. It's by chance. Like either if you beat this night, it's only if these things happen. It's only like it's like rolling a dice. It's like rolling a dice. You don't know what to expect.
But it is doable though.
It is.
It's just really hard.
But it's like what you were saying. It's luck. Because when I first played it, I was like, how is this? Because I had played it right after I watched Markiplier play it, and I was like, how was this so hard for him? And then,
well, he does play it up sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You have to be ready.
Mannequins, and that's why it was scary to him.
Yeah.
Oh, those sounds. I don't like them. That's where I get it from. When something in Minecraft freaking bugs me out, I'm like, yo.
Smoke some herbal
It
substances.
could always be worse.
I'm gonna be shoved into a teddy bear outfit, and they're gonna laugh.
Oh, Berg, it could always be worse.
How?
You think the managing and the jump scares are bad in Five Nights at Freddy's 1 through 5?
Yeah.
Or even in Ultimate?
Yeah.
You could try doing it in VR.
Hell no.
What VR? What game?
Five Nights at Freddy's VR. Help wanted.
Oh.
Hell no.
Oh, please.
Hell
Please,
no.
I want to see that.
I've
I'll
seen
do it.
Markiplier play FNAF VR. I've seen him play a couple episodes. I didn't see him do the whole series. But
Yo, I'd be down for VR.
Well, I know the minute you said VR, Darth was like, oh my god, VR, VR.
No.
honestly, I think the jump scares, the scariest jump scares are in FNAF 3. Because, like, especially the Phantom animatronics. Like, Springtrap's jump scare isn't even that bad. But the Phantom animatronics, they literally lunge at you.
Yo, I'm not even gonna
Is that
lie.
the one with Balloon Boy?
Yes, the Nightmare Balloon Boy, the Phantom Balloon. Literally, like, they jump at you. Like,
I'm not gonna
Only
lie.
problem with FNAF-
When Spring Bonnie
only pro-
just appears off the side, I'm like, that's very unnerving. Cause it's
Yeah,
like,
anybody-
like you just looked over there, you weren't there, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
The
but
only
like,
problem I have with
Spring-
FNAF is
Spring
that there is
Bonnie's-
no forward aerials or jab blocks you can do.
like
Okay,
Spring Bonnie-
okay,
That's
Zero.
By, what was
Finish.
it, Chica? Why did they turn Chica into a sex object?
Because Rule 34. That's why.
Because
And
people
for-
are way too horny.
You're talking about in FNAF 2?
Well,
No. Just in general, like everybody.
yes,
said
Darth.
she-
Scott just ran with it because he's just like, yo, you people are horny bastards.
In the first one, Chica was asexual in the first one. Chica,
She wasn't sexual, period. It's just it became a meme, and Scott loves his memes, so he just ran with it. But no,
Yeah.
it wasn't supposed to be sexual in the slightest.
But do you guys agree with me that like the jump scares, like the Phantom jump scares in FNAF 3, like they could like the FNAF 4 jump scares are scary. Like the Nightmare animatronics.
Three probably has the most like terrible ones, but Nightmare Freddy from 4 is the worst one. Because
like,
it's not even
they
a
have
jump
more-
scare. He's just there.
they have
You
more
fail.
teeth than- They have more teeth than a great white shark in FNAF 4. They have more.
It's
teeth
not even the
than a great white
teeth.
shark.
It's how it happens. Because you could be in the middle of playing, you think you're good. It's just, it's instant. Like, because, you know, in the other games, it's like, they do a pop-up. He's just there. You die. It's like, damn, I didn't even get a chance.
Hold on. If you're talking about Nightmare Freddy, the way to stop Nightmare Freddy is by going behind you and looking at the mini Freddys. If there's more than 3 mini, you have to scare off the mini Freddy.
I'm talking about the black one that just appears on screen.
Oh, Nightmare. You're talking about
That's racist.
Nightmare Freddy.
I mean, yeah.
Correct me if
I
I'm
mean, he
wrong,
deserves it. He scared the crap out of me.
when you're with Nightmare's the only animatronic, right? Like if you're doing like I think it's like the bonus night with Nightmare. But yeah, I agree. Like he doesn't even jump scare. He just appears like, I know.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Wait. So Iceberg played enough to know about what Nightmare is?
No,
'Cause
I watched
he's messed up
Markiplier.
in the
I
process.
definitely.
Hold on. Iceberg played it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely did not play. All right, here's a funny story about me and FNAF. I don't know if you guys watch our old stuff, but there's a video called Sophie's Curse, and that was another.
Oh God.
Yeah, I played that game with the old ThunderPals crew, and I feel like that's the best video we made as a group, besides maybe the Don't Laugh challenge. And
What about the Roblox video?
I said as a group. And the Roblox video was probably one of the worst ones I did as a solo streamer.
Like, were you talking about Roblox was great? Did you not see the enjoyment Berg had?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what stream you looked at.
Dude, did you see the light in his eyes when he played that game? His eyes lit up very fast.
But anyway, In the
Dude,
Soviet,
the man said he'll do a 12-hour Roblox stream if he gets to 100K. So let's do it.
I didn't say 12 hours. I said I would entertain doing one if we got to 100K.
For 12 hours.
Friggin' D and RZA trying to add time to it. I'm like, y'all both don't get out of here with the shit.
For 12 hours.
Where has Riz been?
I mean, RZA used to be like the main editor and like just filmer of things, but he's a family man, so he can't really edit a video for a couple of hours if he's got a kid, you know?
See, look, I have taught me Master M well. He knows what's going to happen soon. He wants the right thing. I have taught you well, my child.
So
I have a question.
What's up?
Did Markiplier play Sophie's Curse?
He did play Sophie's Curse.
Yes.
The reason why Don't Laugh Challenge and Sophie's Curse are on the channel is because of Markiplier. I definitely was trying to like, alright, yo, he's doing this and it does well, so maybe we should do this and it'll do well.
That sounds very familiar. Sophie's Curse sounds very familiar.
Yeah, he played it.
It is.
Yeah, he definitely played it. Yeah, so, to get back to the story. So, since I thought we did so well with the Sophie's Curse video, I bought FNAF 1 through 4, and I thought we were going to play it together as a group. Like, alright, let's see how far we can get. But it seems like after we filmed those two things, Sophie's Curse and the Don't Laugh Challenge, that's when things took a dive in terms of, like, engagement and what we wanted to do. Like, we'd meet up, but nothing would get shot, and I'm just like, guys, content, we're here, let's make stuff, but it just didn't pan out. And it really sucks because I bought those games with my own money thinking we were going to play them, and it just didn't happen.
I mean, you can still play them. People would still watch it.
Yeah, but it defeats kind of the purpose, and I don't want to do it by myself because I know I'm not going to get far.
I mean, we could just get on VC with you and guide you.
Okay, I have to say,
I'd be on VC too, but
I have to
troll
say,
you.
this might seem like off topic, but it's not. Have you guys ever played Super Mario Odyssey and the Wooden Kingdom and going into the deep woods?
Is that the one with the T-Rex and shit?
When I first played that, honestly, I was scared. I was a little bit scared. They drop you into the deep woods and I hear footsteps. Dun, dun, dun. That seems like the noise out of a horror game. Honestly, like, I might seem like a wuss for saying it, but I actually legitimately was scared.
I mean, like, I think someone said, like, things that scare you are things that are, like, from your childhood. Like, so people who are afraid of clowns probably dealt with some crap in their childhood dealing with clowns.
Well, no, the reason why we're afraid is because of our primal instincts. If we see something with teeth and claws, like, literally, the other day, like, I was on my walk and I was looking into a car. I saw it, I didn't know what it was, but it was a crocodile's head, and I saw it. I don't know, my primal instincts kicked over and I had an adrenaline rush. Like, oh! Because the reason behind fear, all of us are scared. It's programmed into, that's how we're hardwired. Fear is fear kept us alive. Fear is how we survive.
That's a fact.
Because if we see, like, people are afraid of heights. People are afraid of,
Facts.
Monsters. If we see something that has, like, teeth and claws, or if we see something that's life-threatening to us, that's when we're afraid. If we see something that's creepy, I think.
Apparently,
Vsauce,
I didn't get the memo on that.
Vsauce actually did a video of.
Hi, Mike. Vsauce here.
And he said that, like, the reason why things are creepy, like, if you saw a teddy bear with a full set of human teeth, that's creepy.
That's
he
definitely
says,
creepy.
That's because bears don't have human
I actually kind of want to see that.
The reason,
go watch
why
it. I remember that video. It's an informative video.
If something is a little bit human-like, but it's not, for example, if something has human-like qualities, but it has inhuman qualities, that's when things are scary. Like, for example, that's a perfect example. A teddy bear with a full set of human teeth. That's so creepy. He actually did. If you guys watched the video, he showed that, and it was so creepy.
That's hold that thought for a sec. It's not so much he did a video so much as it's basic psychology.
Yes.
Mankind is afraid of things it doesn't know or it doesn't understand. The very fact that the thing is, quote, different in some way means, what? Oh, is this thing the least bit threatening? Okay, fight or flight suddenly is now a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't
this is
explain
the,
like basic fears such as fears
that's
of
the
flying
problem.
and stuff.
Actually,
Hold
it
on.
does. Like,
The
it's something
basic
threatening.
fear,
Like
or
the
the
thing is
basic,
that people say they're afraid of heights. You're not afraid of heights. You're afraid of falling 500 feet to your death. If
Facts.
something, like you said, if something looks the least bit terrifying, if something looks a bit threatening, like if you're afraid of heights, if you're very, very high up, you're not afraid of heights. You're afraid of falling to your death. That could, if something could potentially kill, and this is what I find interesting, that things that look creepy, they can be threatening. Like, it's not just a teddy bear with a full set of human teeth. They could be, like, I'm sure there are other examples, but
Porcelain dolls.
like the animatronics in Five Nights at
or
Freddy's.
fire.
Like, the reason why they're creepy is because they're a little bit human-like. Like, if you see Freddy, even Freddy in FNAF 1, he stands on two legs, he has a hat, he has opposable thumbs, but he's not. He's part bear. Even if we're talking, have you guys ever been to Chuck E. Cheese's?
Yeah.
Do you guys know the
No.
old animatronics in Chuck E. Cheese?
They're based
They're
off of that.
Like, they look human-like, but they're not. They look human, but they're in. And the fact that they open their mouths, like, speak a little bit, I think that goes back to a primal instinct. If something has a big mouth open, that we're going to be afraid of that, because that means they can eat us. And, like, the fact that, like, well, yeah, like, it could either be afraid of heights or afraid of, like, yeah, Markiplier, he said himself that he has a fear of mannequins. There's different types of fear, like, the fear of spiders is arachnophobia, and the fear of heights is, like, I think it's called acrophobia or something like that. Like, he has an intense phobia of mannequins. Mannequins are creepy because they look human, but they're not.
Okay, but then what about like irrational fears such as?
Easy. It's because your mind has said, this, I don't like this thing, and now I'm afraid of this
December.
thing.
Oh, I got photo finished
Like,
twice.
There's no reason for you to be afraid of, like, grass, and yet people are. It's just like, oh, suddenly I don't like the color green.
I don't like those blades, man.
Grass.
It's because of
I'm
association.
allergic to grass.
It's
So.
because of association. Like, for example, like,
Oh
this
no.
might sound silly, but if I got rejected by a woman, I would be afraid to approach women, like, whatever, because my brain is thinking, do not go there. That is a bushfire. We need to stay away. That is dangerous.
To be honest, women in general are. We're messes. I'm like, straight up.
Like, I mean, women,
I'm not a woman and I'm a mess.
they're not-
Yeah.
they might
You're
see
not a
their
mess.
actions.
You want to
I
know
mean, I'm
why
being
you're not a
serious
mess?
here. Like, we're not afraid of women. We're afraid of being rejected.
Yeah.
That's what we're afraid of. And
But
you're,
you interpret that reaction as.
like, it's not just with me, it's with other guys. We associate that with fear. We have that adrenaline rush. Like, if we see a cute girl or if we see a woman, our brain is telling us that is a bushfire. That is dangerous. Stay away.
Danger.
We have that association. We associate that with pain.
He's not lying because I feel the exact same way.
Well, I mean, I felt that way too. So.
Yeah, but like men approach women 90%. Like that's just the way things are supposed to be. Like people say that men are supposed to approach women. That's the general rule of thumb.
I mean, yeah,
I'd say it don't really.
I mean, like women do approach men, but that's very rare. Like society has interpreted as okay, it's the man that approaches. That's how it is. But that's not how.
You're not wrong, but sometimes like there are exceptions to things. Like sometimes a woman just wants to like date somebody and they don't care about the extra stuff, and like she's tired of waiting for the dude to approach her, so she's just like, yo, I like you, what's good? Is it rare? Yes, but it has happened.
And no worries, you're not messed up. You want to know how I know you're not as messed up as you think? Well, I know this guy.
Coming. I sense a burn coming.
I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
I know this guy. He's so messed up. He named his own YouTube account Kebab Game.
The shame.
Have I been summoned?
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
What have I been summoned for? I'm micromanaging PRD's chat as well.
Apparently, it's been reported that you have problems.
Oh no, that I said that too many times. What do you mean? It's not even reported. I openly admit that what's reported.
Well,
dude, I'm the person who asked to suffer, alright? I literally asked for it. When is the last time you've asked for it?
Not one. Iceberg, you want it? He's not wrong. He wants to suffer. You remember that level, that bean burrito level that you dubbed hard?
Yes.
Kebab, not only did he accept the level, he beat it.
Dude, my thumbs have never suffered that much.
You are a masochist. You need to seek help.
The thing that I find about irrational
girls who might be
is that, like, most irrational fears come from association. Like, obviously, if you're talking about a rational fear, like, being afraid of spiders is a rational fear.
Wait, why are we talking about fears?
We just got there.
We were talking about it before. That was the main discussion.
That was
what we were talking about, right?
I generally don't know.
Well,
the thing of,
I get what you're saying. Like you learn a fear by like experience. So like, oh, I asked this cute girl out. She wasn't rolling. So I don't want to talk to cute girls ever again now because they're gonna reject me if I do so. But there's a caveat to that. Every girl is different. The girl that rejected you is not the same as the girl walking down the street.
But no, they're not exactly the same. Not exactly the same. But like
farewell, April.
People say that like, oh, not all women are like that, but we are all of us. We are all attracted to traits that give our offspring the best chances of survival. All of us. So when you say that not all women are like that, I mean, I'm not saying you're completely wrong, but that's just the way how us humans are. We are attracted.
Well,
to
I know that it's not all because I've seen it firsthand. I experienced it. I have trouble finding a girlfriend, but I've had girlfriends. I've had people who empathize with my situation. I don't like talking about her in this manner because she's no longer living, but I was trying to get with Dharma at one point. It was because of like me being inexperienced with women is what was my ultimate downfall. But she was different. She understood my pain and where I was coming from, and she was someone who I could talk to about shit. Like, she was very understanding. So not all women are like that.
Different strokes.
But, I mean, like that's like
you're all
that, like
snowflakes.
Like I've said this before, but men have higher testosterone than females, right?
Well, that is a fact. They have testosterone.
Men
We have testosterone and they have estrogen. Yes.
Right. The thing is like men have a higher sex drive than women, and men are more like men have that psychological need to spread their seed. Does that mean that all men are the same? No. It just means that our biology.
Yeah, but there's a caveat to that because people have different levels of testosterone and estrogen. Males have estrogen as well.
The general rule is that like it's very rare to see a woman having higher testosterone than men. Like men.
I got a lot of porn stars I'd like to introduce you to.
Men produce more testosterone. Like yes, males do produce estrogen and females do produce testosterone, but it's not as much as the opposite.
I'm not disagreeing so much, but I would like to raise up one small little point that a lot of women would like to discuss with you right now. That is, if women have all this testosterone, they can go all these times. Why is it that a man passes out after 5-10 minutes and the women can keep going?
That's a whole fact.
That's easily refutable. It's because men last shorter because their testosterone is higher. Lasting longer does not mean the reason why that means they're more horny. They have a higher sex drive. If they cannot last as long, then that means that their sex drive is higher. They're more aroused. They're more aroused than that. So if anything, that means that men that you just basically prove my point. If a man doesn't last as long, if he jerk whatever, you know what I mean.
Sounds like Missy Elliott has come across a lot of men with high testosterone.
No, I can tell you why men pass out afterwards, but the question I was asking is, why is it women can last for hours and hours more so than why can a man only last 5 minutes?
It's because men.
I know why men.
It's because men are more.
I think the real question is, why the hell are we talking about this?
I don't know.
We're talking about it because we need stuff to talk about. But the thing about that is that men can be more sexually pleased. If anything, that just proves that men have higher testosterone, higher sex drive.
Yeah, but
as much as I want to get into this right now, I gotta cut out because I gotta help my dad with something. But I'll be back.
All right.
Okay, but what I'm ultimately saying is that basically proves my point that men are more sexually pleased than women. It takes a woman longer.
But people have different needs though, and sometimes a person can't satisfy someone's needs. That's why they got all these stupid boner pills out here. Like, sometimes a woman needs stimulation for an X amount of time before they can orgasm.
Yeah, and that proves that they have a lower sex drive. Because
they may not have a lower sex drive. They may like to have a lot of sex, but
I mean,
they require a certain amount of stimulation beforehand.
I mean, you see so many good-looking guys going after average looking. Why do you think that is? It's because men, like, if you're hungry, you're not gonna say that. Oh, I want pasta there. You're gonna eat the first.
We're really gonna akin women to fucking food. Yo, you looking like a snack right now.
No. You're misrepresenting. You're misrepresenting
for a full course meal.
What I meant to say about that was that it's just like if you're hungry, like if you have an urge to eat and you have an urge to sex, like you're not gonna be picky. If you want to do something, you're gonna do the first thing that you can get your hands on.
I mean, you have a point there, because that's kind of the argument that they had with Bill Clinton. Like, he had a wife, so why is he going after interns and shit? Like, that was just what was available to him. It's piggish, and I'm not like defending it, but that is the psychological reason. Like, that's why he did that.
Like, saying that women can go hours and hours and hours. Like I said, that just they have a lower sex drive because they need more stimulation. Men don't need as much stimulation.
Yeah, but some women don't even want to have sex. So where does that like? Because you mentioned sex to certain women, they're just like, ew, disgusting. Why do men always want to have sex?
Like there's 6-year-old women out there. They're not called women. There's 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old girls.
No,
no, there's full-grown women.
No, I'm talking. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
You successfully have done it. You got rid of Darth somehow.
I did. Fuck him.
You did get rid of Darth. She was wondering why are we talking about this, and then now she's gone.
I mean, like, no, she said she had to help her dad with something.
No, that was Ellie.
That was not Darth. Darth is not
a completely different person.
Yeah, that's just a completely different person. Yeah, where are the Palpatine memes? What the fuck?
We're talking about it because we need stuff to talk about. That's why we're talking about it.
Let's talk about.
We do need stuff to talk about. Do we need to talk about this?
Okay, fine.
Why is Iceberg so bad at Mario Kart? What's his problem with Baby Park?
That's very simple, right?
I do want to know what's the story behind Baby Park. Like, why do we hate Baby Park?
I
love Baby Park.
I've said this many of times. Mario Kart Double Dash is where Baby Park was first introduced. And it was a very good stage in that game because there were less people on the track. And it was new. It was an innovative idea. It made sense because almost every other track is long. So you got a NASCAR-like race in Double Dash that was different. I didn't mind it in that game. In this game, the amount of players on the track ups from 8 to 12. So you have at any time 11 to 12 items coming at you at any point. And
Dude, that's what makes it a challenge.
So if you get hit with one shell, you're probably getting hit with 2 more behind that because of the chances of items being gotten. It makes the course less fun to me in this iteration of it.
I can understand that.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why it annoys me. But it annoys me less now because I've noticed, because I've expressed my disdain for it so much. People want a meme to get me riled up. It's Baby Park. Let's get Berg mad. I'm neutral about it at this point because I've already said ad nauseum why I don't like the stage in this game.
No, you want to get Berg mad? We need to get you to main Olimar from now on.
Main who?
Yo, Olimar kind of sucks in this game because they nerfed him. Like, you used to be able to summon like 5 Pikmin, now you can only summon 3. I'm like, yo.
Bird, you haven't played Smash enough. You can only summon 3 for previous games as well.
So, Iceberg, you're saying that like the reason you hate Baby Park is because it's long? Is that why it's such a long race?
No, it's not because it's long.
I know, it's short! And the minute you get hit with something, you practically lost the race because you're not getting back there.
Because you have 12 players.
I'll be right back.
That's my reasoning behind it.
I'll be back.
It's unfair for people who like want to just race and they get got. Renee, thank you for the sub. I'm terribly sorry if you said something and I didn't read it. I'm terrible with chat when there's mad people around, and plus we were doing a tribute. So a lot of text got inserted while we were doing that, and I was not reading chat. I've actually been trying to get back to chat for the longest, but we keep diverging.
Alright, read the chat, bro.
Welcome, Renee W. Wait, is that new?
I don't know if that's new. I know she just subbed.
Because I know Renee W. And I think it might be the same person.
Yay! It's a small world after all.
No.
I was just about to say that.
No iceberg. Bad iceberg.
You don't get the reference.
You guys haven't made any Palpatine voices yet this stream.
I did.
Do
there
it.
hasn't at least one. I'll give you that.
Do it.
My name
I was doing it when he was trying to invite like someone to join us.
Prepare to die.
Yeah, but I wish Joe would have came.
Well, Meme Master said, Iceberg, you did say you were a simp once. Yeah, I did. Because I like a lot of female streamers. Because, one, there's like this stigma that girls don't play video games or girls don't like video games at all. And I'm like, I got several names that tell you eat a dick because you're wrong. And like I like Lightning Farron, I like Yellow Kazoo, I like Azalea, I like Poetry Falcon, I like Miju. Like they're really like awesome, nice people who happen to be females and they stream. So liking them apparently makes me a simp, right? Because
I like all of those people too. I just can't hang out in Azalea's chat for very long.
Yo, her chat is like a mile a minute. Her chat is worse than Bowl Gamers, and I thought he had a freaking like insane chat.
You kind of cut out.
Azalea's chat is insane. It reminds me of Ball Gamers, except I think Azalea's is worse. Like, I don't know how either of them keep up with their chats.
Azalea almost doesn't. She talks with her chat a lot. It's like if she's doing a 10-hour stream, it's really going to be 4 hours of gameplay and 6 hours of her reading chats. The problem I have isn't so much with any of that. It's that her chat is filled with people who be like, Magic 8 Ball, does this person hate me? She encouraged her mods, tried to stop that. She countermanded her mods and said, "No, maybe you guys are being a little too harsh."
She wants to like encourage people to talk in the chat, and I can respect that because like you want people to be active. You don't want a dead chat. Although I hate the meme dead chat, I'm like sometimes people just don't have nothing to say. Like, what you want? You want them to say everything every minute? Let people rest for a second. But like,
I get that. It's just, I look at her chat and I'm just like, this is a level of toxicity that is going to very quickly chase me away.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, I it would chase me away too. So I'm not even gonna hold you.
Bald Gamer's chat is very fast, but it's not toxic. His mod will very quickly make you gone if you start being toxic.
I like that.
It's just
he's got a good mod
so
squad.
It's like, good luck with that.
Yeah, he's got a really good mod squad. They get
mad props to Kamikaze.
Have any of you guys ever seen The Mandalorian?
Yes, it is a wonderful series.
Yes.
I don't think we should talk about it though because I don't think Light's seen it, and he wants to see it.
Okay, I just want to know if it's good or not.
It's excellent. Watch it.
It's fantastic.
20 out of 10. Good. I might be over, but it's really good. It gives me hope that Star Wars can actually be like good, because Star Wars, I got a lot of problems with the movies. I've already talked about it ad nauseum, so I'm not gonna get into it now. But, especially because Light's here and he hasn't seen a lot of them. But like I've already talked about it like at length. So
you know, for the longest time, I've been kind of turned off by Star Wars. I have no idea why. It's just some parts in some movies are a little boring. Like
there's a lot of cringe in Star Wars, like stuff that you're like, why?
Does anyone still have turnip prices on Animal Crossing that they need to sell?
No.
Oh yeah, I have Animal Crossing. Wait, what? I know about turnips. Like every Sunday, the turnip guy comes.
Are you holding any?
I don't have any turnips yet. I don't know how to get turnips.
Sunday mornings, Daisy May will come to your island, buy them from her. But you have to get rid of them after a week, otherwise they will rot and you cannot sell them.
Before next
Sunday mornings?
Yeah,
Sunday mornings between
like
5 and
time?
noon.
What time?
Between 5 a.m. and noon, she will be roaming around your island. Just find her, buy as many turnips as you like. You have until next Sunday to sell them, but you can only sell them during shop hours. You can sell them on other people's islands.
Yes.
Currently I have a price of $167, which is a sellable price. So I was saying, if anyone really needed to get rid of some turnips, I can help you out.
Yeah.
I mean, like my sleep schedule's messed up. I usually sleep during those hours.
Well, you can always do like
then you
mini.
may want to switch your AM and PM for your switch.
I was gonna say you could do like a mini time travel thing and just set your shit back an hour or two, just so you can pick up the turnips.
You can change the time. You like I could go on my Switch right now and I can switch it.
Yeah.
To like 10 a.m.
That process is called time traveling. Some people are for it. Some people are against. I say live and let live.
It goes against the spirit of the game.
Is it gonna mess up like my progress? Will it?
No,
it won't.
The only thing that really messes up is if you have turnips. They'll instantly spoil. But in truth, you can time travel all you want, so long as you don't have turnips. Some people may Ryu. You can ignore them. But if you want to do it like I did and just adjust your time permanently just so that your game kind of aligns with your sleep pattern, I don't really consider that time traveling at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I want
that's just I want to inform my
real.
team.
Oh, yeah,
I don't want to do nighttime.
Yeah, I suck at throwing bombs in this game. I'm trying to get Wario, but okay, there we go.
And it's like, I don't want to come home or wake up and have all my shops closed every single time. No, that's a dub. That's going to make the game very not fun. I'm going to switch my AM and PM permanently. Yeah, that's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Read me all you want. This is...
Well,
that's a really good reason to do it.
Well, my problem with the people hating on the time travel is that there is like so much like money that you need if you like want to make your island look a certain way, and like you time traveling doesn't hurt another person unless like you give them items or something that they didn't want. Because I know in your case, like you're like, yo, don't give me any items you got as a result of time travel. That makes sense, but people just want to be like, it's gonna get the spirit of the game. You can't do that. I'm like, man, if I knew what it could do for you before starting, man, I would have time traveled because they nerfed the bank, so you can't even get as much now if you time travel now. But when the game first came out, yo,
it was alright.
It was crazy.
Although, if you want the best way to get money is turnips. There's no better way.
There is a second way. People aren't really talking about it. It's less better than turnips, but the money spots.
Is there Tournimer's Island in New Horizons? Is there Tournimer's Island? Because
I don't think so. No, a lot of stuff is missing.
So how do you get whale sharks then? Can you get like whale sharks and like big fish in that game? How do you get that?
You can fish
normal fishing.
You can
a whale shark with a fishing rod. I'm pretty sure you can catch whale sharks using a fishing rod.
But where is it? Is it like on your island?
It's in the sea.
It's random fish are in the sea, and there's also things called Nook Miles tickets that take you to random islands.
Yeah, I know about that.
There are 4 spots. There is lakes, which are still like ponds and stuff on your island. Rivers, which should be self-explanatory. There's the sea, which is anything around the outside perimeter of your island, except the final place, which is the dock, which I haven't found any fish that only appear at the dock.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is, can you find like whale sharks and stuff like that
Yes.
like on your island, or do you have to travel using?
You can find them on your island, since I just found a whale, caught my second whale shark in the sea on my island.
Like in the sea, yeah. You said there's lakes and rivers and docks. But so yeah, obviously like a whale shark wouldn't be in a lake. That doesn't make sense.
Right. I caught it in the sea.
But usually
or in this
I
region on my
find like
island.
basses and loads. Like I found like a finding a clownfish, like clownfish and stuff like that in the sea.
Sharks are easily identified by, ironically enough,
they have a
the
fin,
fin on their back. And
they have a fin.
unlike all other fish I've seen, all sharks are going to be that size, all 5 of them, and they'll all have that fin.
Oh wow, we all died?
Damn.
Stefan, did you saw what happened?
We got murdered.
Yeah, we got got.
That's the first time that's happened.
That was
That was embarrassing.
Yo. Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
Yo.
That was bad.
That was really
10
bad.
seconds in.
Run it back.
I don't know if Kat is still here, but thank you for the compliment on the thumbnail. I can't really take credit for it because it's just a screenshot, but I'll take it.
We just got destroyed.
Yeah.
We did.
We did.
How many seconds was that again?
I don't know, 10.
Okay, I'll take 10.
Big Blue is the best track in this game. It's up there. It's probably top 5. I should do that. I should do a tier list of all the freaking stages in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That might be a thing.
The Splatoon stage is not a good stage for gate roundup.
Yeah, it's kind of not. That's a counter pick.
Michael had the same idea as me. Oh wait, no.
Oh god. Get the Tanuki!
It's okay, I got him.
Oh, I think I got him.
No, never mind. Wait. Great.
Shit, my bad.
He's coming this way.
Oh, come on! No, don't go for the other person. Go for the one with the.
I got him. I got him.
Someone stole it.
I got it.
Our team has it, so that's all that matters.
Hey, December, buddy. Thanks. I didn't get it.
Why are you trying to take it from
Damn.
him? Let the team win.
Ooh, I heard earlier,
Played
like
against
5 minutes
CPU,
ago, I heard
it's
a
okay.
dog barking. Was that your dog? I heard a dog barking in the background. Was that your dog, Stefan?
No.
Someone's dog was barking in the background. Like, it sounded like a big Rottweiler. Like, it sounded like a big dog. Like, someone's dog was barking in the background. And I know it wasn't your dog, because you have, like, goofy, like, pompous dogs.
Yeah, yo.
And, like, I know that, like, that sounded like it was, like, a Rottweiler or something. That sounded like it was a big dog.
I mean, it might have been mine, but I didn't.
It might have been mine for sure.
I didn't even hear my dog bark, so if my dog barked and you heard it, I'd be impressed.
Yeah.
It's like, I got
and I did hear some electrical things, and that's where we were on the topic of FNAF, because I heard some electrical, and it sounded like the sound it made in FNAF 1 when you turn on.
Oh, my washing machine went off.
Yeah, it sounded just like that.
To me, it sounded like a distant tattoo gun, and I was like, this is not the time to be getting a tattoo right now.
What the
For some reason, I want to watch Markiplier play FNAF.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing. Rainbow Road is the OG.
I want. What was the other game that he played? You were talking Iceberg. You were talking about.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Sophie's Curse. Sophie's Curse.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
That game is rough.
I heard there's a game. I think there's a game called.
Oh, I forgot about Maple Tree Way.
It's about this child. He doesn't even look like a child, but it's about like him trying to like his mother abused him. I forgot. I think it's called like Icarus Quest or something like that. I forgot what it was called, but I think Markiplier played it.
Unfortunately, my knowledge of scary games isn't that deep.
It's like sad and depressing, and literally you fight with like his tears. Like you're literally he only uses tears as a projectile to fight off like monsters or something. I keep forgetting.
Wait, are you talking about the birth of Isaac or some shit?
Binding of Isaac.
Something with the Binding of Isaac.
The Binding of yeah.
Oh,
I never.
Your tears.
Yeah. I never played that game because I don't like its aesthetic. It looks very creepy, but
it looks messed up.
Yeah.
It looks so messed up.
And I think the story is as messed up as you've.
Yeah, it's about like
found a new item.
The final
You
boss.
found your placenta. Increase in 2 HP. Have fun with that.
Oh, so you know what we're talking about? It's very creepy.
Yes. Yes. The fact that your own placenta is an item in this game is strange.
Did Darth come back? This would be a hard time for her to come back. I thought the podcast would have turned her away. She was cool with that.
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You're not wrong, Jameson. Female streamers they're not as hard to find as one would think.
They're really not.
Decent ones are. I'm actually kind of fond of Miss Siren 7, to be honest.
I don't know as much about her as I think I should.
She soapboxes more than Iceberg. I'm not kidding. For the first hour of her streams, that's all she does is soapbox. She's made it a point that from 5:15 to 6 at the very least, she just sits there and chats with you while she crochets things. What is the guy's called? Have you ever heard of a guy called Zombies Go Nom?
I know him.
his bird died. So what does she do?
Oh no!
She crochets him a bird that looks 90% exactly like his deceased bird and is going to mail it to him.
Damn, that's mad cool.
But here's the question: what happened? Was the bird delivered safely to him?
We don't know.
Hasn't been mailed yet. The bird has not been mailed yet because it's still in the work in progress. I think she still has the wing to do. But guess what she was doing while she was crocheting it? Chatting with us.
Yo, that's awesome.
It's like super wholesome.
Soapboxing with us. She does what you do, but she crochets while she does.
Yeah, I don't got a skill like that, sorry. All I can do is do bullshit raps. Because I can't freestyle, but if you give me like 30 minutes, I can give you a good 16.
I thought you could freestyle on your Instagram. I saw you freestyle there.
It's not a freestyle. I was reading off my phone. Actually, I was reading off this monitor. The monitor I'm touching right now in front of me. I was like, yeah, you dealing with the ill guy, Mario. I don't care freestyle.
I'm planning on doing like a cover of Will's. Does anybody know the song by Will Smith? You might not know this. It's called Nightmare on My Street. It's Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and he does this rap about Freddy Krueger, like, and he says his name is Fred, but it is Freddy Krueger. Like the way he describes him, like he wears the same hat, sweater every day, and even
Fun,
anyway,
like
I'm gonna get going. I'll see you in the next stream.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
So,
bye,
Mike.
So, Iceberg, you said the money trees. I have a bone to pick with you.
What's up?
So I took your advice and started doing the money trees as well.
Yeah.
And instead of doing 10,000 like I normally do, I've been bearing 90,000.
That's what I've been
Guess
doing.
how much it's been yielding for me?
How much?
10,000.
What?
It's not a guaranteed. If you go higher than 10,000, it's guaranteed you'll get more than 10,000. That's why a lot of people just play it safe and do 10,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not always exactly what you put into it.
Fuck.
If you put in a higher amount, it's only like a small chance that it ends up being like that amount.
Oh, well, my bad. maybe I need to stop doing that. Because I was getting tight because sometimes I would have to spend money at the freaking cranny, and I'm like, oh, I don't got the 90. I didn't know that there was a chance of it to fail.
Yeah.
That sucks.
10,000 is like the safe amount, and that's why every day I just do the 10,000.
All right, yeah. So
I could risk it, but
all right, so bells, get your turnips. Save your bells. Get turnips. My bad. Go on Reddit and get the high yield.
But yeah, also the Nook's Cranny sells turnips. No, they don't sell turnips. You can sell your turnips at the Nook's Cranny, right, with Timmy and Tommy?
yeah, that's where you sell the turnips
during shop hours. I know this is hard for a lot of people, but I've been noticing that there is more than a few people who do have two switches, a switch and a switch lite. I know that. If you have two switches and you add two Animal Crossing games, you never have to worry about that again. Problem is how rare is that?
Well, I was against getting a Switch Lite, but I kind of relaxed that stance.
I completely forgot the Switch Lite.
Iceberg, I'm surprised you don't have a Switch Lite. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it gives you a, quote, Switch console, quote, that you can mod. And if they break it, who cares? It's not really your streaming thing. I mean, have you ever streamed from a Switch Lite?
Well, you can stream from a Switch Lite.
You can?
Yeah.
How?
As it has to charge with a USB-C port, right?
I'm not sure how it charges. I just know it doesn't dock.
I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't. I know it doesn't dock, but if it uses Type-C, there's plenty of dongles out there that act like a dock, and you can hook that up to your streaming software, your Goggles, whatever, and you can stream off of it. I own one. I don't have it in front of me to show you, but I have a dongle. I didn't even buy it for that purpose. I bought it for something else, but one day I hooked it up, and I'm like, wait a minute, this joint just functions just like a dock. So I was like, yee. Now, it doesn't look as glorious as if you would have had it in a dock, but since the Switch Lite can't dock anyway, that's your solution, to use a Switch Lite to be able to stream. And people are quiet.
Noted.
It's because I have no idea what the heck you're talking about.
Alright, you know how like the Switch dock has like the ports to plug in your HDMI?
I don't know what a Switch dock is.
Alright, are you familiar with consoles that use cartridges?
Yes.
Think of the Switch dock as the console, and the Switch itself like as a game, and you put it in the dock, and if you could basically play your games that way.
So yeah, like I
Except,
just completely out of brain.
except the Switch Lite is more like a traditional Nintendo handheld console, and it can't hook up to a TV. Except
the Switch can hook up to TV. Yeah.
yeah, but the Switch Lite cannot unless you get a certain kind of dongle that lets you do it.
And speaking of that, like I mean to ask you guys this, but I got a new like SD card that holds like 32 gigs of data.
Yeah.
Is there like a Switch? Is there like an SD slot like on the Switch that I can use?
Behind the kickstand. I don't know on this where it is on the Switch Lite, but on the OG Switch behind the kickstand is where you put an SD card.
So you basically pull out the kickstand, and behind the kickstand there's an SD cartridge.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Because I did buy it. I have one.
A micro SD, I believe.
Yeah, micro
SD.
SD.
For some reason, like it says like there's not enough data to download these updates. And one of my friends, Leo, he's like, why is your Switch full? Like I've had my Switch longer than you did. And like I think it's because Smash Ultimate just has like 10 million updates. Like they have an update every 2 seconds. Like there's so many updates.
Well, they gotta balance the game and shit. So,
and for some reason, like the thing that I didn't like about like Smash Bros is that I had some saved videos of like matches that I've had with like CPUs and stuff like that. Saved them.
That sucks.
And when
I already know that sucks.
It deletes all the videos. It deletes all the videos I've saved.
Yeah. What I would tell you is in the future, try to back those up to like a YouTube account. You should be able to do that.
Well, no, they're just stupid matches that I've saved. Because, like, literally one time I played Mario, and there's multiple videos that I have of literally me playing as Greninja. And Greninja, the CPU Greninja, like, I can literally standard B, and he would do his up B, and he would fly into my mouth every single time I do his standard B, it would open his mouth. And I would literally, every time he tries to do his up B, every time he tries to get to the stage, he would land in my mouth, and I would throw him off, land in my mouth, so I would, wow, do that. So he's dead, and it was so funny. It's so, but it's like literally like if that's how Mario counters, he literally uses up to try to get on the stage, but he keeps landing in my mouth.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's been a while since I played Smash because it says it doesn't have enough data to download like more data for Smash, and that's why I got the SD card. I still haven't used it because I don't know where to put it in my Switch.
Yeah, it goes crap. It goes in the back of the console behind the kickstand. The kickstand is probably the most useless thing on the Switch. They tried to push that joint. It sucks.
So I pulled out the kickstand and I see something. It says, oh, here we go. It says micro.
Yep, that's where you would put it.
Oh, yep. It doesn't. I don't have one. So yeah, it's not here. So like if I put in this SD, save all my data, right? Will it save my data?
Yeah, you can choose to put things there.
All right, thank you.
No
I know
problem.
what to do now. At least I have an idea what to do.
Glad to help.
It probably will. Probably will.
It will. I have SD on mine.
You know they actually added like RoboCop to Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, now they got RoboCop and Terminator.
Yeah, RoboCop. They added RoboCop, Terminator, and no, I'm sorry. They added RoboCop Shiva in Mortal Kombat 11. And they're doing like a story mode part 2. It's called Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, MK11 Aftermath, and it's basically like a part 2 of the story.
I reacted to that trailer. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like I should bother with it. I think one person wanted me to, like, download the DLC. I'm like, I don't know, fam. Like, I enjoyed the first story, but this new joint is like, it feels like a cash grab. Like, you beat the person, but now Shang Tsung is like, oh, you need to go back in time and fuck with her again. I'm like, she's dead. We won. Why are we bringing her back?
Well, no, because it wouldn't have been able to rewrite history without Veronica's crown. It wouldn't have been able to rewrite the history they wanted without her crown. And Liu Kang destroyed her crown. See, the ending was so vague. Like the ending, it just seemed like it ended like that, and there was no like answers. Like there was nothing. Like there was no conclusion. Like it just ended. Like to me, I didn't like the ending at first. And that's when I thought, oh, that makes sense. There's Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath. It continues the story. Like, the story's not over yet. Like, yeah, like honestly, like, I've seen, like, bits and pieces of it, and it seems that going back in time just made everything up.
It did. And Shang Tsung was counting on that.
Yeah, Shang Tsung was really evil. He acted like he was nice, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Remember what I said about companies?
Yeah,
they exist only to make monies, and they only have 4 categories of products. They have all companies only have 4 categories: rising stars, question marks, or high gain, high yield, which is rising star. Or high growth, high yield, which is rising star. High growth, low yield, which is your question marks. Low growth, high yield, which is your cash cows, like Mario Kart. And low growth, low yield, which is your dogs, which is basically every indie game ever to exist. Let's see. They turn a company's pattern is to, when they have a rising star, they want to turn it into a cash cow. So they don't have to put more work into it, and they can still get money. That's what happened with Mario Kart. Then you have their question marks, which they don't know if it's going to work out, but it has a lot of growth. So it's like, we could turn these into stars, maybe? Cash cows, milk them for all they're worth, but put as little money into them as you possibly can, because they'll just give you more and more money. Like Nintendo Switch Online, Mario Kart, those are cash cows. They'll just get you money.
Kombat 11, so like would Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter count as a cash cow?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
is it new and innovative?
No.
Like Street Fighter 5 wasn't really that good, but they like you said, that makes perfect sense. Street Fighter 5.
And then the dogs, which are the things no company wants, so they get rid of them. Once a cash cow has been milked for all it's worth and it stops generating money, it becomes a dog. When a question mark decides that, oh, you know, I'm not going to be a rising star for you. I'm just going to be you're sinking money into me and I'm not doing anything. It becomes a dog. You got to get rid of them. They're just hungry for more, but they're not going to give you anything. So, got to get rid of them. That's how companies view all products, as what can make me money. Where should I invest my money? Should we throw money at Mario Kart? No, because Mario Kart's making us more money, and why update it when it's already give us more money? That makes no sense. New Paper Mario, sure. That's a question mark that's probably going to turn into a rising star, which will be a cash cow for a few months and then it'll be a dog. But
I don't know if you guys ever noticed that a lot of Marvel video games, like on iOS, actually got deleted. Like there was actually a couple of Marvel video games. One was called Avengers Alliance. They deleted that. There was Spider-Man Unlimited. They deleted that. There was Marvel Alliance 2. They deleted that. There was a game called Avengers Initiative. They deleted that. And I think that has something to do with it being a dog. Like, for example, if you notice, Marvel Contest of Champions was not deleted. They never deleted Marvel Contest of Champions because that was the most popular one. But stuff like Spider-Man Unlimited and Marvel Avengers Alliance. It's called Avengers Alliance and Avengers Initiative. They deleted that.
I think most mobile phone games are question marks or dogs.
Especially with Marvel. Marvel deleted a large majority of their iOS games. There was Avengers Alliance, there was Avengers Initiative.
I'll tell you something about that. Marvel deleted those not because they were dogs, but because they were going to hurt their what is it called? Their rising stars and their cash cows. The very fact that they exist is a problem. See, that's the problem. That's a thing about online as well.
How is it a problem?
Dogs.
How is it a problem?
Here's the thing. With online services, like how many games can you get digitally? Does it cost the company any money to actually keep them there? Not really. So why get rid of them? That's just a potential revenue. So it doesn't make too much sense unless it hurts an image.
Honestly, that makes perfect sense.
They will get rid of it.
Honestly, that makes perfect sense. Ever since they deleted those iOS games, console games have been rising out of the ass. So you're right. You're right. Like I do get it, because games like that, they're free to play. Anybody can play it. It's for free. Like they need less free games and more console games for people to actually buy. Is that correct?
One way to look at it, yes.
What's the other way?
I'll get back to you on that. My mind's not working so much right now because of the lack of coffee.
Oh man, I've had coffee.
Well,
I just woke up like an hour ago. I
woke up 2 hours ago.
Well, I think the point like Gaze is trying to make is like it's gonna hurt their bottom line. If they're developing a console game, they can't have a free-to-play phone game out because they're not gonna buy the new freaking console game for $60 when they could play a new game, well, the same game for free.
Right. It's like if they were to develop a new Mario Kart, Mario Kart 9 for the Switch, who would buy it? If it has the same tracks, the same characters, and all that for the Switch, who would buy it? Seriously, not many. Well, some would not. But if, say, like the next gen console came out and the Mario Kart was for that, and they stopped updating Mario Kart 8, that would suddenly make the new Mario Kart much, much more viable to buy.
Which is why we're probably not going to see any more new updates to 8 Deluxe, which sucks, because it needs them.
I mean, I guess that was like in Mortal Kombat 11. Like, Mortal Kombat 11 was very different than Mortal Kombat X. In Mortal Kombat X, so the characters didn't even look anything like they did. Like, every Mortal Kombat game, I don't mean every Mortal Kombat game, but Mortal Kombat 9 through 11, the characters look completely different. Like, the gameplay is different, the character is different. Because, yeah, like, if the gameplay was... That makes sense. If the gameplay was similar... If the gameplay from Mortal Kombat 11 is just as Kombat X and there's the same characters, why would they buy Mortal Kombat 11 when they could just play X? Like, different characters, different variations. You know, it went from, like 5 or 6, maybe 7 alternate costumes to, like, 56 alternate. And, like...
Yeah, that does make sense, because if something's just as similar, if not the same, then why would they buy it?
That is the other problem. Like for Smash, for example, how this is the Smash Ultimate. How are you going? It has almost every character. It has lots of DLC. It has all this other stuff. How are you going to top it? How are you going to convince people to come to a new Smash?
You can't.
Exactly.
So the next Smash game is going to be terrible because most of the people that came in Ultimate probably are not going to be in the Smash 6 or 7, however count you keep.
What they can do is have every single fighter plus more, but that's basically the same thing.
It's literally the same thing.
I will tell you what they should do, and it makes sense. It's horrible for us, but it makes sense. Is they wait for the next gen to come out, or the next gen console to come out, and release a new Smash for that, limiting limiting characters. We would be forced to get that because it's the next gen.
Yep.
Miss me?
Yeah, we did.
Always.
Nope. No.
Rude.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
If you rearrange the letters in IcebergMike, you get. Why do you got to be Daru?
I was joking.
I don't think that's factual, but I'm rolling.
I was joking.
So I saw you finally caught up with chat though, Berg.
I'm still not caught up with chat. I'm up to the
No,
FNAF
but you
VR.
You finally had caught up with my request to join, which you caught up way after I originally joined the voice chat.
Yeah, I'm terribly sorry.
That's one thing that
I wanted to catch up to where Darth left. I see that she was like, "Shut up! I like VR." Roblox stream part 2? Hell no. 150K or nah. 24
Why do people like that game so
I don't understand. It's basically Newgrounds, the worst parts of Newgrounds in one game. Like, no.
I liked it when I was 10, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something there that's
because-
worth someone's time, but I just can't.
What, Dreams? It's because it's what? PlayStation, right?
No,
it's because
no, Roblox. They're talking about Roblox.
Oh, Roblox.
No, Dreams is lit. We talking about Roblox. We're
He's
talking
like,
about.
I don't even know what that is.
No, I know what
He's
Roblox
very familiar
is.
with what that
And
is.
I won't knock Roblox because I know some people make a killing in both viewers and money playing Roblox. We all, Iceberg and I both know someone who does.
Yes.
But,
Ow.
because it appeals to a different kind of audience and it's free.
Am
Pretty
I about
much.
to laugh, Iceberg? Oh, wait, no,
And
never mind.
unlike Newgrounds, you see, Newgrounds is an interesting website. It's like everything by everyone forever and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Roblox isn't like Flash videos or something. It's a game.
Yeah.
So instead of like surfing, watching these memes, watching a video, or all these kinds of things, it's you are now playing the games, which does change things a little bit. It's a lot more interactive.
Guys, I'm gonna go now because I have to go shopping. Okay.
Okay. Let him
I
out.
got. Hold on.
That being said,
Yeah.
Roblox is trash.
I'm not gonna knock on Roblox, but yeah.
Well, I will freely admit, I don't really care for Roblox. I will not play it on my channel, even when heavily requested, but I won't knock people who do play it. More power to you. I am not going to play it, and I'm not going to hate on anyone who does. But I think the game's trash.
That's my stance.
Very
as
much
well.
like Fortnite. I won't hate on anyone who plays it. More power to you. I won't play it, and it's over memed.
That is true.
That's
I do
that.
not like
Yeah.
Fortnite.
That's my stance on it as well.
Plus, Fortnite to me is such a toxic.
Yeah, it can be pretty toxic. Any fandom can be toxic, but when something is popular, it invites more people, which is just gonna
you want
be more
toxic
toxic.
fandom.
There's only
Look
one
at
group
Undertale.
There's only one group of people I've seen play Fortnite that has not turned out toxic. I'm not saying that there aren't other groups that are like that, but there's only one that I have seen on stream, and that's a guy named Kimmy. And he doesn't even stream anymore.
I mean, I played it one time. I saw the appeal, but like,
Hello, Nightshame.
what's good, Nightshame? The only shooters that I've liked, that I've played, is Overwatch and Splatoon. I haven't really liked any other shooters.
Cat just scared the crap out of me. Okay, look. You think it's funny, but when these tiny little claws are digging into your back, I didn't even know he was in my leg. And also, why do cats do this? Like, the most inopportune times they decide to appear, especially this one.
It's like, hello, I'm here.
I don't know. I'm a dog person. I couldn't tell you.
That's true.
He's very much like a little brother.
I'm a cat person. I own a dog.
What?
Alright, well, to be fair, one, it's not my dog, and two, I'm not technically allowed to have a cat.
I'm a dog.
Eventually, I hope to get a cat.
But I have a dog and a cat, and I used to have a rabbit.
That's what's up. I never had a pet.
I'll give you my cat.
Nightshame, you can try to eat my hair. You're not going.
Oh.
You could try, but you won't be successful.
No, you're just not going to be successful. It's not a thing. You will have better luck at trying to eat Iceberg's hats.
I was gonna say, if you were gonna say hair, I was gonna be like, what hair?
Oh, if I ever take off that hat, you will see hair. What you mean?
What you got? You got luscious locks underneath there?
No, I got a friggin' fuzzy afro.
You gotta be careful about wearing hats. People, like, a lot of people, like, wear hats so much that it causes their hair loss to increase.
I mean, it was supposed to be part of a kind of a ghetto aesthetic because I used to rock a do-rag under here. And I don't know, it was an image I was trying to create, but I got tired of putting the do-rag on. So I'm like, let me just put the fitted on. People don't really care. It's too much work. Yeah, it's too much work.
Back when we were kids, my used to wear a do-rag, and by God, I mean, he had some hair, but
I cover my hair when I sleep, protect it, but like an actual do-rag, just too much work for me.
Yeah. Darth wants me to do a 24-hour Minecraft stream. I mean, I did 12. Is that not enough? And then freaking YouTube cut off an hour of it. And Light warned me about it. I was like, oh, it was fun.
How about 12-hour Animal Crossing?
I mean, that's possible because I would just chill that whole time.
I think someone did that already.
I have a friend who does it on Twitch. But, hey, you do.
I mean, it could work because most of it is going to be loading screens anyway. Because come to my island, or let me come to your island.
I found out what Animal Crossing character I share a birthday with, and I'm so disappointed.
Oh.
Have you ever looked that up?
No. I was too busy trying to get a fake amiibo of Lolly. Because that's the only character I cared about. And then everyone is like, oh, there's so much more better characters than that. I'm like, yo, fam. I was supposed to get Lolly, but I didn't have the stilt upgrade, and the random island they gave me when I went on a Nook Miles ticket required a stilt to get the character.
I can't wait to get a Switch and get that cable.
I'm like,
so
yo.
Oh.
Because I played the original Animal Crossings. Like, I have the DS and the one for the Wii, the first Wii.
Yeah. OG Wii.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
OG Wii.
And I really want to get a Switch, but I'm in a constant debate if I want to save my money to get a Switch Lite because I'll be able to do that faster, or if I want to save for a regular Switch. Because at this point, my only benefit for a regular Switch would be my mom and dad can play it with me, but I don't really cast to my TV anyways. Like, after my Wii U broke, I took my TV out because it just sat collected dust.
Well, you could use your TV as a monitor. That's what I do.
Yeah, but like, I have no purpose for that. Like, if I wanted to use the TV as a monitor, I'd use the one in the basement, because it's like 50 inches.
Did we play Nintendo N64 Rainbow Road yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think we did. We did SNES and we did this game's version of it. We didn't do the 64 one.
Oh, okay.
What's good,
Have
April
you guys
Tenente?
Seen that supposedly they're going to do Switch remakes for Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, Sunshine, and 3D World?
That was a rumor, but because it got leaked, I think Nintendo just said, "Nah, B, we're not doing it." But I think they are gonna do it, but they're gonna take their time with it.
I think the one I'm most excited about is Mario 3D World, because then my mom and I would literally have no reason not to get a Switch, because that's the only reason we're keeping the Wii U, is because we love that game.
That game is pretty good. I might as well hold it.
Which game?
3D World.
Yeah, that game is fun.
I like that game a lot. I'm actually excited.
On the Wii U.
I'm actually excited for Sunshine because I never played it.
You've never played it?
No. So I would like to experience it.
I still have it for the GameCube.
I have a copy of the game, but I don't have a functioning system to play it on.
If the GameCube were mine, I would let you borrow it. But it's my mom's, so...
It's fine.
Yeah, I'd probably be excited for 60 Sunshine, because I love both.
I do too.
Believe it or not, I actually never beat 64. I could not get the last Bowser throw to save my life.
I've beat the DS version of it, but not the original.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never beat the original. Like a year or two ago, I went back and played the DS version. I finished it.
My sister stole the DS version, so.
Damn.
I can't tell you how much stuff of mine she's taken, and my mom's, when she moved out. Like, when she originally moved out, I went in to help her pack her room, and I found a bunch of stuff of mine that she planned on taking with her. And I was like, no, I'm stealing it back.
Wow. I'm taking all your games,
Oh no, it wasn't just my games, it was things like clothes and
I'm taking the skirt, I love it,
What does mean?
I don't really wear skirts, but...
is actually part of a meme. Someone was playing some type of game and they was getting got, and it was just cursing at the TV. You know, like, everyone rages. Like, I never understood why people don't get that. If you're playing something and you're losing, you're going to get mad. But Homeboy was going super in, so his mom yelled at him. So he was.
This is why my Wii U doesn't work anymore.
So he got mad, but he quieted down once his mother started yelling at him. But then he went back on his rant, and he ended it with and I was just
mood.
Dying. Is mood. That's a fact.
Constant mood.
Have you ever seen this? kids for stream.
Hey, you cut off.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the video where the moms yell at like the kids and teens for stream and stuff? Like they wanted to get out of the house and get.
Nah, but I would imagine that's a thing.
Yeah.
Stay out of the trash can, cat.
Whoa! No, I said dumpster dive.
He's a garbage cat. That's what we call him.
Oh no, garbage cat.
He is a disaster on 4 paws.
Yeah, the streams always start off telling kids, teens, like, get a job. Yeah. Like, did you do your... No.
Nice.
Do your homework now.
But can we just talk about possibility for Mario 3D World on the Switch? Do you think they would make it online multiplayer? So, because, like...
I don't want it because it's gonna be glitchy as hell or freaking laggy as hell.
Yeah, but I'm talking as if they did it like they do Mario Kart. Because, like, the original, if you had, you could do local co-op. Like, if they were with you, you could have...
Oh, local is fine because you're right next to each other, so there is gonna be no lag. But online,
yeah, that's the original.
That's a different story.
I'm saying if, like, you could add your friends to play. Like, if I could add...
I mean, they'll probably do something like that. So try to help bolster the online library for Nintendo Switch Online, but it's gonna be a dumpster fire. Until they implement rollback and actually establish servers, because everyone connects with a peer-to-peer network, which is incredibly dumb, because if you're playing with someone in Australia, let's say the streamer Rosie Girls, another female streamer. I freaking, yeah, I'm a simp. If I go,
I like how you knew where that would go.
If I want to play her in Mario Kart, I gotta freaking hope to God that the connection doesn't crap out on us. Or if I want to play Mario Maker 2 with her, it's just gonna lag. It's like, that's just a fact. And it's really stupid.
Yeah, they really screwed the pooch on Mario Maker 2 multiplayer.
And I don't, like, Nintendo...
They didn't have a choice. You gotta remember, how much does Nintendo Switch Online cost? $20? Okay, look at almost every other multiplayer game that runs servers. It costs, look at World of Warcraft, for example, $15 a month. And Nintendo Switch Online, you're only paying $20 a year? That barely pays for, you know, upkeep or maintenance on the service. Yes, you're going to get a peer-to-peer. You want something better? That price is going to go up big time. Also, take into account, you can make an argument for things like PlayStation Now or... Welcome back. You can make a argument for the PlayStation or the Xbox or other things that have services that cost more. How many games does the PlayStation or Xbox themselves make that have servers?
True.
Nintendo has lots of games that are multiplayer, and they're still only charging $20. It's just like, whereas all those other games, they have their own server. The games themselves have their own servers, whereas Nintendo would make these servers, and you're really not paying for them. So it's just like, I'm grateful we have anything at all. The fact that they charge 20 is, and we get what we get, is just like a, oh wow, that's like an insanely good as crappy as it is, that's still a really good deal.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I see it from that point as well. But I would almost rather pay more money to get a better service.
That's pretty much where I stand. And, like, it's not an excuse because they were giving this for free beforehand. And all of a sudden, now we got to pay $20?
Yes.
And you didn't do any improvements at all?
Well, that's the thing. For things to happen, or not things to happen, they were offering free online before. That's fine. But the problem is anything free? No. It was free for us, but was it free for them? No, it was costing them money, or
Yeah.
whatever. I can roll with that. It may or may not be true. I could still roll with it. They were providing a free service to us that wasn't costing us anything. I
But
could
it was
still
costing
say,
them at least man hours and,
so,
and labor.
right, maintenance server, well, not servers, but it's just like,
And in order to pay
yeah.
those man hours, they have to make a profit.
They had to offset it with something that is dedicated to it. So the online became a thing. It's not like you're going to buy Mario Kart and then pay for a subscription for dedicated servers. Part of the appeal of the Switch is how cheap it is. You can't really raise prices.
I mean, if they have like a Switch Premium online, whatever, I would pay for that because, to be honest with you, I paid the $60 for PlayStation Plus, and they have servers.
But this is
The
what I'm
games
I
have those servers.
I would rather they do that before they attempt netcode, because that seems to be another can of worms that they don't want to freaking open.
But also, like, what was the point of the Switch Lite? Because it was just strictly for handheld mode. But the regular Switch in itself can already become.
The Switch Lite is a cash grab.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all.
Cash
it looks
grab.
like.
Or yes,
Double
cash
lightning.
grab. That what is it called?
However, I'm not saying I won't buy it because it will be.
It also
cheaper for me to get
adds
that
a-
than it would Switch.
It's a cash grab that appealed to people looking for, hey, I want to play these Switch games with my favorite streamers or something, but I don't have as much money for a Switch. Oh, Switch Lite, that's an answer. Or
Which is
people
my
like
position.
people like Iceberg who say, or let's use Rosie Girls for example.
Yeah.
People like Rosie Girls who like doing these thing called, have you ever heard of something called Rosie's Modding Madness? What happens when you mod things? Your console gets bricked.
And Nintendo's like, nah.
So you don't want your Switch to get bricked. Wait, hold on. This thing is like $100 to $200 cheaper. And I can still play my games, and I have these cartridges. Oh yeah, I can mod this till doomsday. If it gets bricked, who cares? I still got my Switch.
See what the Switch Lite online on the Nintendo shop is listed as $199, and the Switch for the
regular Switch,
either gray Joy-Cons or the red and blue ones, is listed as $299. So, like, to me, the only difference is
Wait, where? Where are you buying
on
these from?
Nintendo. Like, I looked on the site itself and the other day.
I didn't
'Cause
know
I
you
was-
could buy consoles from Nintendo.com. I 100% did not know you could do that. I thought you could buy
It's straight
software.
buying, like manufacturer stuff.
I didn't think they were. Or I was under the impression that they did not sell the consoles to us. That they sold the consoles to retailers.
I don't know, because when I checked it, I could add it to a shopping cart. So.
Okay, no argument.
That may not be the case. Like when you go to check out, it's like, hey, we can't do this.
Hey, go to GameStop.
Yeah.
Hey,
Because this is
pay
also
$400 for a
my
Switch because
Yeah.
we suck at producing shit.
You see that, and like I've seen stuff like, do you know Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah.
What that is? Okay, so I've seen
Basically
people
eBay, but maybe
yeah,
worse.
putting their used Nintendo Switches on there, more than the price that Nintendo will directly sell, and also more than the price that a store such as Walmart is
Those are called scalpers.
Yeah, they're price gougers. So, but it's like, why would I pay more for the exact same product if I can get it from the direct manufacturer?
Well, let's go back. Let's go back to World of Warcraft because I have limited knowledge about that game. But one thing in there is an auction house. Now, when someone needs something and they need it like now, they'll pay whatever the hell price it is for that thing. Like
Yep. you'll usually see that in what was it? Materials that you need for crafting, and you're trying to power level yourself, and you don't want to hunt them yourself. And end game items like, oh hi, we have a bind on equip thing from the current tier. Let's sell it for tens of thousands of gold, because I think that's how it goes now. You want it, you buy it now.
And
you don't want it, good luck grinding to get your stuff for the next couple of weeks. Or you can just buy it now.
It's basically supply and demand. If there's a lot of demand for something, people are gonna take advantage of that and try to sell it at an inflated price. It sucks. That's capitalism for you!
Well, see, I also bought into the supply and demand, but I sold this is why I am not allowed to sell my own home. My mother, my 50-year-old mother, or my 55-year-old mother is going to sell my home because I sell this way. I want my money now. I don't want to wait for people to decide they want it. All right?
That commercial was for you, JG Whitworth. It's my money, and I want it now!
Oh my gosh, no.
I know you were going with that, but look at it this way. Market price, let's just look at my home for right now. Market price for it is going to be about $75,000, okay? That's how much it's kind of worth. So you can expect to pay about $100,000 for my home, right? I would put it on the market for $65,000.
Not bad, not bad.
How fast would the house sell? Just based on that alone.
Like, it would sell like gangbusters. So people would be knocking down your door. Let me get that.
Right. They would buy it just to try to sell it again.
Yes.
Right?
But that also
flip
might not be the case, because they may see you're selling it for a low price.
They might think something's wrong with it.
And think something is wrong with
right, but they, you are absolutely right. They would think that until they come to evaluate the house and be like, "This house is worth $100,000. Why are you selling it for so cheap?" I'm just like, I want the money like now, rather than later.
And also, people tend to sell houses for less than their value to escape foreclosures.
That's also true.
Which could screw over the new buyer of the house. So it's a dangerous game.
That would also be the thing, and they would ask about that, because that's also a question that's very frequently asked. I would just be like, I own my house. There is no mortgage. There is no foreclosure. The only way this house would ever get taken away is if you fail to pay property taxes. That's it.
How nice
I
is
own
the house
my
that we're
house.
talking about?
Small. Hold on. It's not how nice it is. It's how close to Detroit is it? Too close? Yes? Okay, it's a dub. You don't want anything to do with Detroit. Trust me.
But I'm talking
Detroit
like
sucks.
nice as in, is it
But
in
what
a
about
neighborhood,
8 Mile, though?
or school district?
It's in a quiet neighborhood with an elementary school within walking distance.
A
Walking
good
distance
price
being about
for where it's
8 blocks.
and what you get.
And there's a church, like, not just right down the street, but almost right next door.
That's a dub for me.
You don't fuck with the church.
No, because their parking lots always get packed full.
Not this one.
I used
And
to
they've
live
yet
next
to
to a
even
Mormon
wake me
church.
up.
Wake me up.
I used to live next to a Mormon church, and
But-
I knew like people that from my school that went there, and like they were
Oh, I
always
was
so
about to
freaking
activate the
loud.
stars, son of
But
a
that's when I was playing to get back slightly more on topic, when I was playing World of Warcraft, and I saw like copper ore, something everyone wanted. A stack of copper ore was $10 or 10 gold on the auction house. I would sell it for 8, and they would almost instantly sell because people buy it and try to resell it, gaining that extra 2 gold.
Mhm.
Whereas me, well, I have my 8 gold right now. I can do with it what I want.
Gotta make a profit.
You want to make your profit? Go ahead and sell it again. You'd only make 2 gold, but you know what? That 2 gold is your gold if you want to do it.
It's still
I got my
profit.
8 gold.
This should sound like the stock market.
Yeah, that is
That's exactly
how the
what it
auction
is.
house works.
That's exactly how everything you
But-
buy works. Walmart and Target, they buy from their
Suppliers.
their warehouse suppliers and their warehouses, and then they sell for more. So not only can they pay their suppliers, but they themselves make a profit.
That's how manufacturing works. It
That's exactly
passes
how it works.
whenever anything is made, they just pass the cost up to the next consumer. Eventually,
Gazer,
it will yield to the end
check-
consumer.
Check the lounge in this channel, because I sent the pictures from the Nintendo.com website.
I'm looking at the website right now, and I see I can buy it. So
Yeah.
I was misinformed when I was trying to buy my Switch before
Well, they may
on
not
Amazon.
They may not used to have done that, though.
I think they did that. If they did it and it was recent, they did it to stop the scalpers. Because why buy it from a scalper when you can just go from the website, get it within 1 to 2 weeks, and have it cost $200 cheaper? Why?
Because this is what I'm saying.
Well, we finished all of our races, so I'm guessing
We're done with races.
I guess we're done.
Iceberg,
What's up?
do you have Minecraft Dungeons?
No, I was thinking about purchasing it.
I was going to ask if you wanted to play with me tonight, but if you don't have the game, then I guess that's a no.
I don't have the game, and I don't have time.
Do you like Diablo?
Explain to me, what exactly Diablo is. Because I never
What do you
played it.
think it is?
It might be best just to watch, if you have time tonight, to watch me. But then again,
What-
I think you might be asleep and or at work.
What time are you going on?
11.
I'm,
Eastern Standard Time?
I am 100% gonna be in bed at that time.
Okay.
Are you gonna stream at Gazer?
Yeah. I usually do stream at 11, although that's going to change starting next week, and I'm going to start at midnight from now on.
I
Well,
may
from
join,
Monday
'cause
on.
I don't sleep at night anyway, so I may join.
Yeah.
If you have the game, you're more than welcome to join. I only allow friends to join. People
Why
I
all of a
trust. You guys are
sudden-
trust.
Why all of a sudden
Iceberg
do
wants to
cameras go
end.
on?
I don't.
Iceberg
I don't.
wants to
Necessarily.
end.
I don't necessarily want to end, but I noticed Stefan isn't starting any more races. We technically, I think, did more than we usually do.
I mean, you could switch over to Maker or something.
Nah, I think
Chat is quiet. There's only 3 people in the lobby, and a race hasn't been started.
Chat is quiet because the chat is in voice channel.
that's kind of facts.
Pretty
The
much.
Fortnite Master has had that post in 2nd and 3rd for what, 15, 20 minutes now?
Yeah. Well, Iman was trying to be relevant with what we were talking about. He'd rather pay a monthly subscription for something as opposed to yearly.
Next week next week you gotta get D on this, because this is so much more entertaining than the, what was it called?
The Pillarmans?
This is like what I would expect a podcast to be. That
I think that's because we got the game going.
I think we tried to do that once with Phantasy Star, but I think Phantasy Star requires too much of your attention. Like Mario Kart's pretty mindless. I just gotta hold A and break every now and then, and like try to drift. Phantasy Star, you gotta be like, oh, heavy attack. Oh, I gotta press it in succession. I can't spam. Oh, I'm about to get killed. Oh, Dark Fells, no.
But also, like, this isn't just you specific 3, like, because with the Pillarmans, sometimes it's still hard for you guys to keep up with chat. and I find it just easier, like
Well,
when all of us are in here, this.
The
the
problem is we soapbox on there way too much. Like we'll talk about something, we want to gauge your feedback. We'll read something, and then that becomes a story.
Yeah, but it's also harder for people typing to respond, because by the time somebody gets a response done, the conversation may be over.
Yeah, that part kind of sucks too. I mean, we're all for having guests. We were trying to do that when I was like doing it live with them. Like I would physically go to their apartment, and sometimes someone would be there. We had Lord there, we had Neo there, we had who else we had? We had Spinza on a couple. We was trying to get Iman on, but it just didn't link up.
Well, I mean, you could even do guests within the Discord.
Well, yeah. I'm happy that D and the Wizard are like they're cool with Discord now, because for a while they just weren't with it because of quality. But I mean, I
feel like talking.
Yeah.
If you got D and I on chat together, it'd be dangerous.
Well, really D is fond of the vampire, so yes. that would be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be.
Well,
definitely something.
I'll bring it up to D and see what we can do. What kind of casual game that we can play, and also still be able to talk our shit, so to speak. We were trying to move it to like a story-centric thing where like we would just tell stories based off of a theme, but the problem is thinking of a story kind of like it's hard to do. Like it's better when it's organic, because like we can bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this because you said this. When it's like, all right, the theme is worst times you drank something. Like, bro, I can't think of nothing.
Yeah.
But that's what that is. No, no, Iman, I mean PSO1. Like, I forgot what podcast it was, but check back on one of the Pillarmans, and we tried to have a podcast while playing the GameCube PSO1. It was not a pleasant experience. We were so focused on not dying because we were underleveled that we could barely like get topics off, like how we did kind of flawlessly in this particular
I wasn't saying so much as you should play a game with the Pillarman's cast. I was saying, look at how much fun we're having just spitballing between all of us now.
Oh, you mean have
and how much
everyone,
fun our chat had?
You mean have everyone in
No,
VC?
I meant like today.
Well, not just everybody.
How much fun we had today. I was saying we should have let D come in and made this the Pillarman's cast.
Yeah. But I think part of that mindlessness was having that game, because you're not just so hyper focused on the topics at hand.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then the random double lightning. Oh, I got the magic 8. Why do you give me the magic 8 at the worst possible time? I'm in last place and I'm about to cross the finish line. You suck.
Alright, me, Master M, the TikTok is the ThunderPals, same as the Instagram, because for some reason ThunderPals is taken. So we had to use the.
I saw that when I looked it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Maybe when we get more famous, we can pay TikTok like, yo, whoever got regular ThunderPals, get them out of here. We verified. Get them out of here. I don't know what Clubhouse game. Actually, I do know what Clubhouse Games is. I'm not sure if they would be rolling with that. Clubhouse Games is like we play for Switch.
That's what I was gonna say. I see everybody like talking about it, but
are we looking for somebody?
I saw Snap, Click Cat, and Ferran play it last night. It's pretty much just like a bunch of simple board games and things like pool that you can just play with other people, and it's just like. Oh, hey, you want to play a game of chess with D? There's your game. You want to play some pool? Or a virtual pool? There's your game. Checkers? Okay, that's 2. Oh, you want to play high-low with cards and play it competitively? Okay, that can hook you up too.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the game We Play for the Wii. That's basically what that game is, except they it's on steroids. Now We Play with Clubhouse Games has Wii Sports elements in it too, but it's pretty much like just a whole bunch of mini games or regular games that are just short in one package.
Yeah, I remember We Play like very vaguely. Played it a couple.
I remember for the tank mode, so when I saw tanks in Clubhouse, I'm like, man, y'all don't get this ripoff out of here.
Is anyone going to acknowledge that Light Gazer and December sound the exact same?
Oh
shit! Or is it just me?
Wait, y'all both gotta talk now. Hold up.
I have heard multiple people say I sound like other people. This voice is slightly artificial.
I was gonna
because
say, there's
it's
no
not
way.
natural. Well, it's not natural for me because I'm deepening my voice just a little bit. However,
ASMR
it's
stuff.
well, I never really considered it ASMR. I'm not whispering it in the mic or anything. This is just I deepen my voice a little bit.
This is just how I talk normally.
Whereas normally I just talk like this. This is my normal voice. I just lowered it for the stream purposes.
You're messing with my head.
Yo, is it? Maybe I'm just messed up. I don't notice a difference.
There's a little difference, but not much.
And what's more is this mic doesn't help too much. It's just a cheap mic from my headset. And when I've recorded my voice and listened to it, I sound different.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's the same.
I think that's usually the case. When you record yourself, you're just like, man, I don't sound like that. What you talking about?
I forget the scientifics of it, but you always hear your voice differently from how your voice actually. Forget like the explanation about it.
Yeah.
It always throws me off anytime I hear myself recording.
Right now, do I sound like a higher pitch to you guys?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah,
not much. But
I don't.
If you want a easy way to hear your own voice, just use Audacity. That records your voice pretty well too, and it's free. And you're gonna want Audacity if you want to remix any kind of music.
Yeah.
No, seriously, props to Audacity. It is a fantastic program.
What is
That's
this
free.
turned into like a plug?
It's like
no,
I
it's
developed
just something I thought of.
To clarify,
I
we're
think
not
it's
sponsored by Audacity.
I think it's open source though, so no one really owns it.
For the most part, yeah. Do you need raid targets, Iceberg?
I definitely don't need raid targets. It's just we're talking and it's very cozy. But yeah, we can jump to the raid phase. Alright, guys. We are going to raid somebody. Type raid ready in chat if you're willing to help me go raid. Wait for me to find a link. Once I post it, go there. Type ThunderPals raid in the chat. Don't spam or make us look bad. And remember to like and sub the raid target. And I got caught up with chat. I thought Darth left because of what we were talking about. She left because she had people over.
I know. I was messing with you.
That was that. I was like, oh wait, did we go too far?
Yeah,
no.
so somebody did bring up Lightning Farron earlier. I haven't watched her since I used to roll with Benj.
You definitely need to watch her because she is
Lightning. I've been a mod for Lightning for over a year. I'm quite happy with how she runs things.
I think
even if I've never heard her ever.
I think she's probably one of the best like gamers on YouTube because I've seen her destroy games left and right. Like no cap.
Have you ever played Zelda 2?
Nah.
Oh yeah,
for the NES?
I've heard she's really good.
She speedruns that, or she used to anyway.
Yeah.
Anyways, raid ready.
Yeah, she is phenomenal.
Yes,
Yes,
but
I'm
there was a
simp.
problem with her channel a while ago where some YouTube like banned her or something.
Yeah, they deleted her content. She doesn't like talking about it too much, but I'll get more details.
And
However,
that's around the
hashtag
time
Red
that
Ready.
when I had stopped watching her was because she disappeared.
There's like several people like that I want to just watch. Like I'll just look in my sub box and I can just tell you like all off top people who are just like really nice and I wish I could watch them more. Just Toad Gaming, Judge Free Gaming, Hesitated Cobra, Migetsu.
I don't know if any of you know Chadley, but that's
Chadley's another good one.
Chadley and
Yeah.
Gozen.
I
I admire
enjoyed
them
his
both.
season.
Yo, Gozen's
I love
freaking
Chadley.
awesome, but I think Gozen's on Twitch only now.
He is. I haven't
is.
seen him on YouTube anymore.
That doesn't stop him from having his, what is it called?
Highlights.
After dark streams on Fridays and Saturdays, potentially, where he just lets loose, has more than a few brewskis or shots, and then just says, you know what? Let's turn on song requests. Oh, what's that? You want to submit copyright, or you want to submit the heavily copyrighted Bohemian Rhapsody song for part of your song request? Okay, let's listen to it. Yeah, this video is getting deleted anyway, so I don't care. Let's go wild.
I mean, I could probably do the same thing, but I just like I don't want to risk copyright strikes because
I don't
YouTube
know
is
if you're big enough
stupid.
to do that.
But yeah, I feel you. The freedom is much better. Yeah, Alec and stuff, Adrian Gaming, Special K. Like, there's just mad people who I want to go back to, and I just can't. And it really sucks. All of the people I named are really awesome. Bala was in here earlier. I see him here. Azalea, Bad Kitty, Chadley, Coley Coleworld, Cool Cat. Cool Cat usually comes to the Mario Kart streams, but I haven't seen him today. S. Romer.
I've known Bala for.
Like, just really, really cool
All,
people.
Yeah. Not trying to like push an agenda or anything. Well, yes, I am totally trying to push an agenda. We could always talk about this, next week. Well, no, all of you can talk about this next week. I won't be here next week.
Yeah,
But
exactly. No fun
Raid
without
Ready.
you.
Nah, I'm trying to find somebody. Like, I didn't remove the screen yet. Ball Gamer is on, and he's actually playing Mario Kart. So, I think that's where we're going.
He hates streaming Mario Kart.
I'm surprised seeing him playing this, but
he hates it because people will like to. They get around the friend filter. They get around the you have to know me filter or whatever, and just join the lobby with bad names that should not be names on Nintendo Switch. Oh,
that reminds me.
And they'll troll him.
That reminds me of what happened in your Jackbox stream.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Dangerous game to play on stream.
Yes,
Yes, it is, but I play it every Saturday night at 10 p.m. You're welcome to join me.
I don't know.
In the afternoon,
I mean, today's actually been okay though.
Stream, but
like, we haven't got hit by the trolls or anything.
I'd be feeling
Knock
bad
on
for
wood.
Light because I follow him on Twitter.
It'd be the
and
first time
he
that
really
would happen.
takes like the fan engagement thing to heart. Like he notices when there's dips and whatnot. I'd be feeling bad for him because he definitely deserves like way more viewers than what he has. He's such a good guy.
Nice.
Are you gonna post a link in chat for this channel?
I am.
Oh, Kanata! No, Kanata, why you gotta keep doing that?
I had to post it. I had to post it.
Dang it! Yo, look, first off,
Nah,
first off, Kanata, thank you for the $5 holla.
Yeah, I used
hearts
to
and emojis
do
for Kanata for that very generous
multi-streaming.
donation.
I can't do
However, now I got a bone to pick with you
Once
because
you become affiliate
you
or
literally
sponsored
donated
or,
the exact amount to become a member.
anything that would
If
actually
you became a member, you
generate
can play
money,
the stream.
they start
What are you
saying,
doing, Kanata?
hey,
You're killing.
Stop what you're doing now and
Mm-hmm.
stick with us.
Yeah.
And it's just like do I really want
It's
to
a
lose
win-win.
that? It's not
No, but I
much on
appreciate that,
YouTube, but
Kanata,
I
thank you so
lose
much
super chats.
for the $5 holla. What's
I
up,
lose
man?
sponsors. That
I didn't tear
could
my
be a
arm, that's
problem.
okay.
On Twitch, it's I lost
Appreciate that,
affiliate status.
Kanata.
That's a dog. No,
Yeah, I
don't
did
want to lose
horrible. But I'm not really,
Yeah, no, if you
kind of
lose it
derping.
really, don't you
Alright,
lose
I'll tell you
your
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have some G Fuel. That'll help me out. That'll help me out.
and pretty much everything else.
The code for the tournament is in the member Discord. We are not going to share it in this chat.
Yes.
Wait,
I'm
Mimel,
already
you know
close.
Kanata? I did not know that.
Notice me, senpai.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, what's up, ThunderPals? What's up, IcebergMike? How you doing, guys? Oh, that's really cool, Mimel. I did not know that. That is really neat. Yeah, let's see if we can get some more folk in here. How you doing, ThunderPals? Let's get those hearts and emojis for the Raiders.
Squirtle truck?
Wow, that's really cool. It's a small world,
he's
right?
eating his food.
Well, I'll tell you
I
what.
gotta go cook dinner. I'm out.
Kanata's very
All right,
nice.
thanks
She
for coming
always
through,
lurks.
No problem.
Catch you later.
I'm assuming Rolls here. They always lurk. And are very nice to me with donations, which they do not have to do. So thank you, Kanata. And then also, Mimel is super awesome because they've just been always very supportive and just very cool, very wise words of wisdom. And a fun person to play with as well, too. Hey, what's up, December? Thank you so much for that raid, everybody. I appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Make sure y'all go sub to this guy. He's really awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna shake up my G Fuel. How you been, ThunderPals?
Alright, I'll
How you guys
drop
doing
from
up in
the
here?
chat. Just so
Now, I
you
want to
can
add
do
that this
the
is a
end credits.
member-only stream. We just got done with the races portion, so now we moved on to the
All
battles.
right, bye, Iceberg. Have a good night.
Later, man. Have a good one.
And so, yeah, we're just vibing. We're hanging out and having a good time. What were you up to, ThunderPals?
Yeah, same here. I gotta go get dinner.
No
Catch you
problem.
later,
What is this?
man.
Oh, this
problem.
is the Star
I'll catch
Thief.
y'all.
Okay, so we have
Catch
to
y'all
go
next
after this
week
guy.
or on the
I
next
gotcha,
stream,
I
whatever.
gotcha.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Later.
It's been a while. It's been a while since I played this. Oh man, hold on. Oh, that was the worst red shell throw of all time. You did the same thing? Hey, nice, man. Hopefully you had fun, though. And hopefully you didn't get hit by any, like, whacked out trolls or
Oh, I
anything like that.
definitely got hit with some bullshit.
Thank you so much for choosing me as your raid target, though, dude. Hope you've been doing well. All right, where you at, man? Where you at? Oh, come on. I didn't do anything. I didn't contribute to society at all in that match.
I didn't
I'm gonna blame. I'm just gonna blame Ling for that.
What the fuck?
Oh man. All right, I gotta shake up my G Fuel.
I just want to see what he says about my comment that I'm gonna mute him.
Like I said, Miamel's epic. All right, so yeah, the tournament code is in the Discord, the member-only section of the Discord. If you want to hop on in.
Is he gonna say it?
Cause why not? That's right, Scorp Magorp. Hey, thank you, Scorp.
Okay, I don't think he's gonna acknowledge what I said, so I think you're about to get
Wow,
muted.
Ray, your mouth is connected to your eyebrows. You know what, Kanata, you're good. But yeah, Miamel's good too. When the sun hits your eye like a big pizza pie,
Yes,
it's a
boy.
Miamel.
That's funny. Okay.
Whoa, I didn't know that either, Miamel.
Yeah, he's just talking to his peoples. That's fine. I gotta eat and sleep, so I can try to get 4 hours instead of 2. What was it? 6:22. All right, maybe I can get 4 hours. Maybe. That was a stream. Thank you guys very much for watching. What a live on the recap. You've been chilling with the Iceberg. I gotta apologize to y'all for not streaming yesterday. I mean, I already told you I wanted to work on things, but I ended up just KOing. Like, Wednesday and Thursday were really tough for me. So I'm starting to think that maybe I need to make those rest days or something, because I'm doing mad hours at work and it's just really rough. But I'm chilling now because I slept a lot yesterday. But thank you guys seriously for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Today was really fun. Damn. Alright, thanks for watching We're Live on the Recap. You've been chilling with the Iceberg. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the ThunderPals YouTube channel for more Mario Kart 8 and other things gaming. If you wish to be notified whenever we post to go live, smash that bell, smash the social medias, join the Discord, watch my shit. Big up every name on that screen, because without them I would not be here, as well as all you Thunderheads for just being with us, whether from minute 1 or minute now. Ultra Instinct Supersonic Race, no, Supersonic Leader Force keeps gaming. That is a mouthful. Where's the and Knuckles? Come on, B. You got a long name like that. You got to put the and Knuckles. I was rating. I'm done. You should definitely go sub the Ball Gamer if you have not, because guy is a really nice streamer. I mess with him heavy. Every time I see something on Twitter, I try to retweet it or at least like it, because more people need to know about him. My platform's much smaller than his, but what I lack in quantity, I think I have quality, because I stretch to multiple fandoms. Like I mess with Splatoon, even if I don't play a game anymore, because I don't play Splatoon like that anymore. I still rated a bunch of people who've played Splatoon, so I'm kind of attached to that community. Mario Maker, Smash, Animal Crossing. So my spectrum is wide, I would like to believe. So I want to try to the people who I raid. I want people to go to those people, because they're really awesome. I name drop these people not for clout, but because they deserve more viewers. Some people think I deserve more viewers. I'm like, I mean, whatever I get. I don't really I'm happy for whoever comes here. I don't demand that you be here. Even my mods, I'm like, yo, just one stream a week. That's all I ask. If you want to come through, you want to come through. You want to hang out. That's what it is. It's just it's a neutral ground for everyone to just chill and escape the grim realities of this world. 2020's canceled. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, man. I don't think Darth is here, so I gotta give y'all the Thunderbucks on my own. So for those of you who are still listening to me ramble, you guys are the real MVP, and you will be rewarded as such. I'm going to give 100 Thunderbucks to everyone as soon as I can finish typing. I'll probably be streaming something related to Smash tomorrow. If something related to Smash doesn't happen, then I want to try to get back to Final Fantasy VII Remake. I didn't beat the game yet. I haven't encountered Poetry Falcon in a couple of days, maybe even weeks. She's probably close to beating the game. So when I do encounter her next, I want to at least not be spoiled, even though I know what happens. I don't know what happens because it's Remake. Events have mostly stayed the same, but there have been tweaks. So I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with the climb to the Shinra building, which is what I'm up to basically. I think that's all I gotta say. It was really cool today, though. I must say, having the mods in chat just talking, and the races were cool. Not too many baby parks. We got a nice variety of stuff. It was really cool. I think that's all I got, man. I want to do a just chatting stream, but I feel like I'd be more viable if I just played a game. But there's things like sometimes I just want to just chill with y'all. But I don't think I'm big enough where I can get away with that. Well, I guess it matters not. I'll talk to you guys later.